morning, people. It is Friday, the 30th of June. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And I'm one of your hosts today, Martin Royalty.
What are you saying?
She's very chaotic.
I ain't got nothing to say.
She's a fitness queen.
No, I'm not, man.
No, put the camera on me.
No.
She's the fitness queen for your raggedy holes, okay? I will say I have time today. She's a fitness queen. Because you want to act all confused. What's this
For
here?
a big man use. I clocked in 7,000 steps yesterday.
Love that.
What's that? What did you
Context will follow.
Yeah, thank you.
This is all a bit of a mess, isn't it? What's going on?
I done it.
No, he
No, you
did. Yusuf
You
did.
did. Well, they call me man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, and of course the melanin is jam-packed.
How many steps did you clock in yesterday?
I think about 12,000, you know?
Oh,
Go on.
love it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. And we've got our resident guest host.
My name is Richie. Yeah, that's it.
I like you've been here before.
Sweet. Like,
That's what I got for you. I'm tired.
alright. Wellness
Yeah.
check. How's everybody doing before we get into the meat of the matter?
Right, man. Can't
Yeah.
complain.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel you.
Every week.
It's a heavy week.
Do you know what's annoying me? That Brent keeps putting the camera on my face.
We'll do Gina last.
Yeah.
Rich.
You know me, simple thing, biblical times, food, clothes, shelter. I'm alive. That's it.
Love that. And I am also okay and very excited to see how Gina is. Gina, how are you? Over to you, Gina.
Listen, I am not okay. Yeah, because I'm not able to express myself in the usual manner and go about things how I normally would handle things, because now apparently I'm a public figure. So I have a brand to protect.
You gotta check on your
So
public figure friends.
I've got to handle things a bit differently. But you know what? Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
What I've come to realise, is you can't help those who don't want to help themselves.
Absolutely not.
And to be honest, shame on me for wanting to inspire my community and my fellow black queens and wanting to encourage people to move their bodies a bit more. Shame on bad Gina. How dare you?
Bad
Wow.
Gina.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
With nothing in return, you know, not a penny in return,
Not a
nothing.
penny.
Just because you want to be selfless and you know what I mean? Like you've clocked a few gems in your time.
Yep.
Want to spread that knowledge to everybody else. You know what I mean? Naughty Gina. Don't ever do it again, because it will come down and drag you by your pants. Because all I did,
All you did.
innocently, was obviously we kept talking about it on here anyway, yeah?
Yeah,
Before
that
I
is
was
the thing as well.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So context, we were talking about on here, I was talking about how I was clocking 18k steps a day extra in regards to what I was doing normally. I was going on holiday and this is me gearing up for my trip. And I'm doing this to see if I can really make a shift and change in my body, right? So I've been talking about it. I've been posting it on my socials. It is what it is. I've come back now. And obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, on my stories, you'll see everybody else, since I came back, was like, nah, your body changed. That's crazy. I'm going to start walking a bit more. So,
No, but we saw you in DLT.
I mean...
And you went viral for those pictures too.
I mean,
So it's funny,
But I'm
but-
a fraud, right? But I photoshopped my
Must have.
photos. I'm just...
And all them bikinis must
Brent,
have.
why are you doing this?
Oh, just for context.
All right, cool.
If it's a trigger, I'll remove it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway, I can live in my truth.
I'm
It's
not
fine.
gonna lie, yeah, you got more packs than me right now.
Sorry.
Oh, she added walking. She added.
So,
added is the key word. I
I've
missed.
gone and put this tweet out, and I just said, gave myself 5 weeks to get in shape for DLT in Malta. This is my before and after. What was the game changer? Completing 18k steps a day. I then continued and followed on with a thread and said, my diet and my training remained the
Brent with
same,
the
but the
receipts.
massive thing that changed basically was doing like the extra steps. That's where I saw the difference. And obviously I'm not going to be selfish and keep all these gems to myself. So I'm creating a walking challenge. I want everyone to get involved. It is free, by the way. I'm not getting a penny from this. It's a walking challenge. Basically, there's 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We're gonna walk a certain amount of steps in 35 days, and the first person to like complete the steps wins a prize. Again, I'm not getting anything from this, but I'm I want to encourage everyone to move more in it. Summer's here. Walking outside is great. I find it very, very, very therapeutic. So everyone should jump on the wave. Those that follow me on Instagram are already doing it.
What's the prize?
I'm gonna get to that in a sec.
Okay.
But those that are like following me on Instagram are already doing it. Put this out on Twitter. It's decided to go viral. And you know what? Maybe it's because I've never had a viral moment like that. I feel like on my time on social media, even with like the growth of my platform, it's always been steady, slow and steady in it. So I've never had like one moment that's like blown things out of proportion where you have loads of opinions and stuff. But Instagram is my safe space, clearly not Twitter. So obviously now Twitter has decided to drag me by my pant. And yes, whilst there is a lot of positivity, there's also the negatives. And it was like, oh, you're lying, you didn't achieve that in 5 weeks. You're being dishonest because obviously you're a PT, so you've got muscle memory. When did I tell you that I'm not a PT? I don't get how that means I'm lying, but it's in my bio, but okay. You photoshopped your pictures, you added oil, you did this, everything. Added oil, changed the lighting, everything but well done, right?
And I'm gonna
try it. But then you had a lot of other people saying, oh my gosh, you just motivated me to get my shit together, like, you know. So again, I'm not really paying into the negatives, I'm leaving it. But it's like, you know, when it's continuing and everyone, you know, I'm on the throat tapping stuff. So I'm really trying.
Trigger warning.
No. So what I'm finding myself doing is, I'm like typing, then I'm deleting it.
Yeah, you have to delete. Yeah, that's the thing.
Nah, because I don't want to get into a back and forth with anyone, But again, I'm not talking kind of person. I'm like, why am I arguing with a
person I do not know?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's getting worse and worse. And then like, you know, when your friends are like, right, I heard you're getting dragged on Twitter, and everyone's like, blown out of proportion. And I'm just like,
and I can't even drag you back, you know.
Right. So this is the first 24 hours. Then I wake up the next morning, this thing's still trending. I said, oh my days. Like, and my whole thing was, I was like, I don't want this to end up on the shade bar. I can't deal with that side of, no. But it's just still getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I thought, nah, you lot are actually taking the piss. And then obviously a lot of guys were like, and a lot of people were like, I don't get why you lot are getting onto her. You clearly can't, you can't really like the comprehension is there. She didn't say this is all she did. She didn't say if you do this you're gonna look like her. She didn't say like, do you know what I mean? So why is everyone angry? Is it because you're? And I was like, I didn't realize people were so intimidated by hard work, you know? Because for me, I don't understand how we got here. I don't understand how how you even were able to draw negativity out of this, because that was not my intention. I don't get how people are offended. You know what I mean? Then it was like, oh, you were doing 18K steps a day. That's so and so many miles a day. That will take you about 6 hours. Do you even have a job? Are you jobless? Because who walks around? And I thought, wow,
this is
again,
my job, though.
I didn't say that I walked, like, I think people don't understand, like, especially if you're not into health and fitness, I feel you can't comprehend how this is possible. Sister, it is possible because I did it. Do you understand what I mean? And one thing about me is I'm a very disciplined person. Anyone would tell you that. So if I put my mind to do something, I'm going to achieve it and get results, which is what I did. Anyway, after that, I thought, I've had enough here. And I said, do you know what? All of you lot dragging me, next year when DLT Malta comes, God forbid you need my advice, because I'll remind you of this moment right here. And furthermore, you know what? If you like, everyone enjoy their fupa and leave me alone. I'm out. I left. I went to bed. Woke up yesterday. You're trending again. Everyone's calling you fat phobic. I said, how? I said, wait. So you lot can drag me for 48 hours and talk about my credibility, my career, like all of this stuff, yeah? You can just spew negativity. And the moment I respond with tiny ignorance, because let me be honest, if you know what I'm like, yeah, that's a soft launch for how I normally would behave. But obviously, I've got things to protect in it. So I just did small jab, and now I'm fat phobic. My whole career has been based on helping people. Trust me, I'm far from fat phobic. Do you understand what I mean?
You know what
And also, fat people are not the only people that have fupas.
That's it. That's what I was
They're
gonna say.
not.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
They're not. And also, if obviously you know what I'm talking about, innit? So if it doesn't apply to you, if you're not the person spewing negativity or whatever, it don't apply to you. If you are and you have a fupa, I'm talking to you. It is what it is. Then it was like, oh no, this wasn't it. Yes, it was. I don't care what you think it was or what it wasn't, because at this point, I'm done arguing with you lot. Do you understand what I mean? And then I thought, you know what? I need to delete this app off my phone, because otherwise, I'm actually going to start finding people's locations and dragging everyone by their thingy. Their tonsils. But I didn't, and I'm not going to. I'm a child of God. And I had to pray and meditate. But Lord knows. Whew.
So, you know, you were saying that some people are afraid of hard work.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bag of people that don't go to the gym.
I know.
So
Do you know what it is, yeah?
But the thing is, just say that.
But they can't though, because the thing is, they know that it's what ideally, because really and truly, a gym is not about snatch, waist, anything like that. You should be going to the gym to take care of your health. Like, it is a health thing, right? And a lot of people know that they're neglecting the health, right? So when you then say, it's wild, because the onus is not on you. It's on the person who feels triggered. So when someone then says, this is how I live my life, I go to the gym, I do this, because you know this is something that you should be doing that you're not doing, it brings up this, the devil just takes a hold on your heart.
You get
to
triggered.
The point but it's like, do you know what it is? It's one thing to be triggered from something and just leave and just come off the app. I see stuff that irritates me or annoys me when I come off the app. But it's one thing to be triggered because of how you feel, not because what the person said, and then to then put that energy that you feel and then pour it into trying to make their day bad. Yeah. You're a witch.
Yeah.
You're a witch. You have to be. Because my thing was, when I saw the commotion, I said first, because I tweeted and I was like, sorry, maybe there's an invisible tweet in the thread that only the haters can see. Because surely we're not reading the same thing. Sis said I added. First of all, she's a PT, so she works out regularly because this is her job. This is what she's going to do, right? There's that. Secondly, she said I added it on. Because people are like, you didn't just walk.
I didn't
no,
say
I didn't say I just walked. I said I added it on. And this is why you people were doing kiss chase in school. You weren't paying attention in English. This is what happened? What's this? Who's that? Oh. Do you mean this is what's going on now?
No, do you know I clocked?
It's ridiculous.
No, I clocked a lot of people didn't pass English language.
They
you know?
didn't.
We didn't.
So
I clocked it.
do you know what it
I
is to
thought
add
loads of
something
you-
onto something?
I thought you lot didn't pass English language. You didn't, because that's the only reason why we got here. Because again, I've read over it several times and I thought, no.
I ain't missing nothing.
I said what I said. I didn't say anything wrong. I don't, like, you're clearly triggered. And if that's the case, do something about it. Because I'm the same person that tweeted when I came back from Malta. If you are someone who feels a certain type of way about your physique, lock in and make it work.
Literally.
Trust me, you'll feel so much better about it. Like, I said that, and I said, even me, this is the most confident I've been on holiday, because I set myself a goal and I locked in and I made it happen, and I was so comfortable on holiday, and I love that feeling for me, and I want you guys to all feel the same. If you are unhappy, I made it clear. I'm not telling you to do anything. If you're okay with how you are, do your thing. But I said, if you are unhappy, because I know what it's like. And a lot of people are unhappy and will moan and moan and moan and chat rubbish about the
They do
same thing,
nothing
and you're not
about
doing
it.
nothing about it. Stop moaning and do something about it.
Do you know what it
Do you know
is,
what I mean?
though?
And I'm like, wait, I'm telling you to walking, a right to life, like a basic.
she said a right to laugh.
No, but Jonathan,
You be doing it.
It's,
For real.
you walk every day. Most people walk every day.
So how much steps did you do yesterday? I just checked mine. What did you do?
Do you
I didn't
think
do that
did
much
like over
yesterday.
10,000.
I done 15. What did you do?
Hey,
I
everybody.
think it was
It's
about
Darryl.
12,
This is
you
my
know.
brother.
Oh, hi, Darren.
How's it
How are
going?
you?
You're live. You good? What?
You're live.
Everyone knows your name now.
You doing, man?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
man.
There was.
Lying.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is about Twitter as well, yeah? So Twitter is the place where, like, you cannot... Okay, this is why I don't think you should... the good people who gave positives and whatever should suffer from getting
Yeah.
future tips. Because Twitter is honestly, and I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this, I mean this from the depth of my soul, right? Twitter is the devil's playing ground.
No, I realised that because
Twitter.
clearly I'm not on Twitter.
No, but
like
you know
that.
what it is? Like, someone can say, yeah, I got a new job. Like, you know what? The most basic thing that you could think there's no way someone could find a negative in it. People will find a negative. Like, I don't think you understand how deep it is. You could be someone, you could solve world hunger. You ain't solve thirst, though.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
You ain't solve. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how bad Twitter is. Like, Twitter is such a toxic place. Like, when it comes to social media, and I take social media breaks, I don't ever feel like I have to take breaks from any other app except Twitter. I don't take breaks from Instagram because I don't watch someone else and desire what they have. Like, I'm not that way inclined in my mind. But in terms of Twitter, like, I have to take breaks from Twitter because it's the negativity you just consistently read. Like, there's absolutely nothing that can be good that they will not find one thing to say negative things about. And the issue is that, again, it comes to people projecting from their insecurity. How it is that you end up calling a trainer fatphobic and all that kind of stuff. is wild to me because first of all, I thought you were reclaiming your fupas. I'm sorry, I thought that was the movement.
You have to
do what's
remember,
convenient.
people are sensitive as well. It's not like back in the day where like you can say anything now and you will upset
Oh,
someone.
but hold on. This is the thing that annoys me though. Oh, so people are sensitive. So
But you're not sensitive.
But I'm not
Exactly.
sensitive.
Exactly.
No,
So
and that's the thing that was
Yeah.
really annoying me because loads of people were like, "Oh, I get that they dragged you, but sis, this ain't it." Okay, so hold on.
So you meant to
You
take
dragged
it.
me not for 1 hour. It's been 2 days. Like, and other people were like, "No, like you actually deserve it. You guys actually dragged her for 2 days just for giving you like for trying to help." Like, this is what I'm saying. So I don't have feelings. I'm not a human being. You're like I'm tough skinned. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
That's
Because
the thing.
somebody else could have handled it a lot worse.
Absolutely.
So you've dragged me for 2 days, not even for something that I deserved. Like just like it doesn't even make any sense. Like
I said walk, you know.
If I moved mad, I can take the L. I'm a person who can definitely be accountable. Do you understand what I mean? But I'm catching bullets like for no. I'm you know what I mean?
But you know what's mad? It's
I
like
get it. I just thought, wait. You know when I was like getting drugs, I scratched my head and I thought, wait.
am I missing something?
I thought, no, do you know what I said? I said, oh my gosh, the internet's mad. And I said, you know how people always say the UK is bad vibes? Because again, I didn't even realize it was UK people until I saw one girl. And then bare
No, but I
people
will say though-
messaged me and was like, you see this girl here? She's like, I mute her, I block her. She's actually bad vibes. And I was like, again,
Trolling.
most people know I'm not an active person on Twitter.
yeah.
I go on Twitter because of TDA, because I have to retweet it because I get a notification. Like, I only go on that app when I have notifications to like do stuff. But it's very rare that you'll catch me just tweeting on them all day because I don't care what people have to say, and I don't think anyone cares what I have to say. I don't do
No, they
Twitter.
do, clearly.
No, but I'm not it's not my first app. It's not
Yeah.
Instagram is my home, innit? Do you understand what I mean? So Twitter is not my bag at all. And now I know why.
I will say though, it was global because sometimes I see things from Nigerian Twitter because
I saw
know
saw
that-
things
but
in African
you know
Twitter,
what-
and I was
No,
like,
but you know what it is? You know what it
Twitter.
is, yeah?
Wow.
I'll be honest with you. When I saw the Nigerians, I said, you people's problem is not this.
we've reached here.
Walking is the least of what you should be worrying about. Do you get me? Because, but again, I think it just comes down to the fact that Twitter is like, there's no good news you could ever feel like you're going to go on there to share. People go on there and share about like getting married, getting a new job, giving birth to kids. That's starting like any good news, people will find a negative.
Apparently,
And-
I've come from mothers as well. So obviously, I exited and
How?
left, right? And then I saw my friend yesterday. She was like, "Oh, the narrator afterwards was like, oh, I'm sending for mothers because mothers have
How?
a fupa." I said, "You know what? You
No, but there's
see,
not-
look, it don't matter what you say.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I thought, you know what? You lot generally can argue amongst
Don't matter.
yourselves.
No, but there's a
'cause
lot of
one thing-
motherless women who have fupas.
What I'm not doing is no, it's
They really
true.
should- they should get to walking.
And I thought, you know what? How about you lot all back me in Victoria Park? Let's go for a walk, man. Because it's like everyone's a bit stressed and there's a lot of tension. Let's go relieve.
Catch
Let's,
me outside.
like, let's go. No.
not even that, but you know what eases stress.
I'm actually being serious. Like, I'm gonna hold public walks and I'm gonna say, you know what? All of you lot that wanted to talk your smack, back me at the park.
You know, like the American men doing the suits.
No, you should meet me at the park. Let's go for a walk and do kumbaya. Because clearly,
Kumbaya,
you
yeah.
lot, because do you know what the crazy thing is? I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 of you lot, when you see me, will be like, "Oh my gosh, babe, your body's so banging."
And that's
oh my
what
gosh,
the
babe, how did you
screenshots
do
are
it?
for.
Oh my gosh, babe.
That's
Oh my
what,
gosh, babe.
that's what the screenshots should be for. That's what I'll be honest, that's what the screenshots should be
Oh
for.
my God,
because
oh my God.
Don't be online cooking me. Then when you see me
But
saying
you're gonna be,
hello,
oh my
no.
gosh, your body's so banging. Oh my gosh, how did you do it? Oh my gosh. No. Because when I'm telling you how I did it, I'm a liar and I'm photoshopping my body. So which one is it? And I realized, honestly, in this life, you generally can't win. If I was a girl who went and got surgery, I'd get cooked online.
Okay.
I'm a natural babe who's done it naturally. I'm getting cooked online. So I should just be an ant.
And that's the issue. No,
Them
but
should be an
ants
ant.
cook too. They get cooked too because they ain't got no booty.
Ants have you seen ants' bums? Ants have
there's
got
the
mad
other,
bum.
What? I ain't
Them little ones.
got nothing for no one.
Ants
other
have got.
than
Are you lot crazy?
Yeah, as I've got the.
No, Brent, put up a picture of the ant, please. Ants have body. Are you all right?
Two vibes.
Listen, the only thing ants got body for is ants.
No, ants have
Stop
got
it.
body.
Them little ants.
Nah, let me get you.
You
lot-
don't think about bugs.
No.
Ants ain't got no bugs.
Ants have got body.
Come on, stop it.
No.
man. Please.
Brent, are you helping me out here or not? Look at the bum. Are you all right?
That's it. I don't even. Is that really? Even
Those
their
are
bum?
different kind of ants, man. That's an ant. That's not universal.
Is
Those
that
are
really
ants
the-
that work out.
days.
Those are the PCs.
Hey.
Those are the ants that walk.
Nah, they stay on the hip thrust machine.
You
They
need
stay
to get
on
up the army ants. That's what you need to do.
Nah.
Them man there.
No, you're right.
Those ants
Why
work
not?
out. They don't count, okay?
Nah, they stay on the hip thrust
If you
machine.
say you want to be an ant, you're going to end up still having the body that people are hating you for.
That's what
no,
I'm saying.
not those ones. But no, man. But yeah, I think once you know that Twitter is honestly a despicable place, it's the devil's playground. People just let the devil use them like to his heart's content. You would just not take it.
But you know
You know
what?
what I mean?
Out of all of this, though, let me say a couple of things and talk the things quickly. You know what? Well done and thank you for allowing this to go viral because over 4,000 people have signed up.
Period.
So
Well done.
that's numbers. So there's over 4,000 people. Out of all of you miserable lot who are triggered by walking,
4,000 aren't.
sorry for you lot, but there's 4,000 people who decided to sign up and are going to start walking and doing this challenge. And I've seen so many people say, even Yusuf, when I got here, he said, he goes, you know, because of you, for the first time in my life, I actually looked at my steps and like checked how many steps I'm averaging out. So there's people actually, it's making a positive impact. Someone even sent me a screenshot today of her app saying, this is funny though. Her app said, hold on. It said, there's been a change in your average steps per day, like a new trend that you're setting. And she was like, Gina, it's because I'm doing more, because she goes, I'm doing more than 1,000 steps a day. And I was like,
So said, is everything okay at home?
out of all of this negative stuff, there's a lot of positivity. I've had newspaper articles reach out to me to want to actually feature the challenge that I'm doing. So do you know what? It is what it is.
And that's what, do you know what it is?
Sorry for you lot not getting involved because the prices are juicy. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot to sign. Is there a back way?
I've opened it again.
Okay, thank you
Oh,
very
I can
much.
sign up.
You can sign up now. Yeah, I've opened it again because
Let me do it now.
everyone's
Where's the
like,
link? Where's the link? Let me sign up.
Yeah.
It's
She said I've done
Is it on your
15,000
story?
yesterday. I need to like.
go on,
Put
love
it
that
in.
for you.
I need to
Yeah, I've
get
literally
that
put
in
my
there somewhere.
story.
You know, how do we get the prizes? Is it like who does the most? Or?
Yeah, so basically, there's beginner, intermediate, advanced. You can set which
one you
which you
wanna
want to be
do.
in.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
guys, be reasonable in it. Like,
What's reasonable?
no,
What?
as in, like, don't do beginner.
Don't overdo
No,
yourself.
don't do
Okay.
beginner. And also, I've
Why
kept-
not?
I was about to click beginner.
That's cheating, isn't it?
I thought you meant don't go for the advanced.
You're a gym babe, so be FFR.
All right,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
be fair.
Yeah.
Because some people are actually. Someone even said, Gina, is there one below beginners? Because
Below beginners.
Yeah.
bro.
450
But-
k, yeah. That's
Wait,
the-
who does the
35
most
days.
steps in what? In a month?
so we got. Okay, so
35 days, wasn't it?
when I started, yeah, obviously. I made a little joke. Am I allowed to say this or am I going to get cancelled for talking about Israelites? Because
No, don't do that, please. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Not Jews, Israelites.
No,
but
no,
yeah,
don't.
so
He's not the person you go to.
Okay.
That's
So basically,
fine.
I made a
Don't look
joke
that way.
about how I felt, and I made a reference to biblical times, right?
Okay.
And I kept saying I felt like I was walking to Jericho. So then, obviously, people kept saying, "No, I'm doing this walking to Jericho thing with you," which is why it's called walking to Jericho.
Okay.
And if you were to walk from London to Jericho, which is a real place, some people didn't actually know that. It's fine, I get it. But if you actually were to walk from London to Jericho, it would take 35 days. So I actually did the numbers. So the challenge is a 35-day challenge to actually make it realistic to us walking to Jericho.
Jeez, I love it. I love
Is
it.
this question important?
No, you can no. But yeah, so it's 35-day challenge. You have, if you're doing beginners, you have to walk 300k steps within the 35 days, which averages out to less than, it's like 8k a day.
Basically.
Oh,
Which
baby
is
food.
yeah, exactly. But I do want to encourage people to take rest in between. So let's say you did 5 out of the 7 days, it's over 30 days, that's 10k steps a day, which is the average that they recommend anyway. So that's light work. Then there's intermediate is 400 and advanced is 450. The person who wins is the person who completes it in the fastest time. So ideally, you want to do it before the 35 days
What
are
you're
up.
saying is that we're walking in our sleep.
So what I've done is I've also capped it though, because some people are going to be mad at my friend was like, why did you cap it? I plan to do 45k steps a day. I was like,
Cap it how?
you?
Can you imagine?
So
45 a day.
She's not saying.
I was gonna say to Brent, I'm gonna need my camera up because I'm gonna be doing TDA walking. So I'm gonna get the
Also,
steps.
how do you ensure that the watch is always copying your steps? Is
It doesn't naturally.
Does it all
Just as
matter?
long as it's on your wrist.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never used that.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I only got a phone, so my
So
phone
if your
has
phone
to
is
be
in your
everywhere.
pocket,
He
as
clocks
long
it
as your
well.
phone is in your pocket, it will clock your steps. If you don't have a watch, just always make sure your phone is in your pocket. So yeah, the reason why I've capped it as well is because, like I said, some people will just
I'm
it
very competitive.
exactly and take it.
I'm
a bit,
competing with 4,000 people.
and take it a bit too far. So I've capped the beginners at 15k a day. I've capped advanced at 20, and I've capped intermediate at 20 and advanced at 30 because 30k steps in a day is a lot. Like I've done it before and I was done out, but that's not because I intentionally done it. I did my long walk. I went to the gym and then I had to teach class. So when I got home,
I love those days.
I literally was like, nah, I've done like 29k. Like I knew my body was, I was so tired and I was like, this is why. Do you get what I mean?
But then I feel away though because the next day I'm like on 15. But
Balance though, innit?
But I know that, yeah, but I'm
It's fine.
competitive,
No,
so
but I
I'm
get
saying,
it. But
So now that I've signed up,
yeah, that's fine. So next you'll get an email with the app. I have to do that manually. You get an
okay.
email with the app that you have to download. When you download the app,
Yeah.
it's like got a leaderboard. So like
Okay.
everyone's like you'll know where you place basically. You'll see where you're at.
This is
And
so lit.
there's 3 different groups, so not all 4,000 are in one group basically, because obviously you've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced or whatever. So I get to track it, and then at the end we're having a big party.
Yeah, I'm signing up still.
Yeah.
Same.
We outside.
I might intentionally try to win this.
Outside. Do it.
I want to win the prize because I had known the prize was going to be lit.
Do you know what?
on
it
the
is?
Top nigga.
Like,
Do you know what it is? The thing is with the prizes, yeah, I'm like, can I talk about it? Can I not? Because it's like, you know when it's not
Don't
like,
wanna entice
it's
people.
not signed, sealed, and delivered.
Don't
Like,
talk about
it's,
it.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
give me
Your manager's going to message you.
an
yeah,
incentive.
she'll scream.
She's going to message you.
No, she will. But we spent
And I don't want to be an accomplice because I'm actually here.
Exactly.
And yeah.
No,
so-
I'm not going to talk about the prizes. The thing is, I'll talk about them on Monday. But I can tell you lot, obviously, just not on air.
Yeah,
but it's going to
yeah.
be lit.
I'm doing the advanced one, right?
Yeah. You're going to
So,
want...
so what's that? 20,000 a day, yeah?
Well, it works out to be 15 a day, right? On the advance.
advanced.
Like if you did it over 35 days, but remember it's a competition.
Yeah.
And it's
So
capped.
Quicker,
and
innit?
it's capped at 30.
I can't
So-
do advanced, you know.
You
I need to do intermediate.
yeah.
I'm going to be walking everywhere.
If I don't like the price,
You
can
invite me
I,
to the club,
can
I'm
I go
walking
down
there.
a tier?
All the prizes are the same.
Oh.
Like a winner from each group. But
You thought about that?
I love that, man. I'm proud of you. But
man,
honestly,
good man,
haters
man.
going to hate and you can't
Yeah.
do it. And the thing, do you know what's mad about Twitter as well? When people hate on people and like they go viral because they did it to Natalie as well.
yeah.
They do it
This
to
is
so many
for
people,
now,
yeah.
that's why I
But
said Monday I'll have everything.
what's mad is that
solidified.
they never clock that people actually elevate after you do this to them. So you would think for such a hater who doesn't want to see people win, you lot will be quiet about your hateration.
Yeah.
Because your loud hateration causes people to elevate. But you can't stop what God started.
Telling you.
You cannot.
Hateration is cold.
I love it, man. Pick up Mary J.
Pick up my
But
shit.
like I was saying, man, don't let the haters
You can't.
allow you to spoil it for the ones who actually appreciate
Especially
it.
not on Twitter, Gina. Like, I don't think that.
Because
this
people
is it.
I ain't
love
gonna
what you
lie,
do, man.
I'm gonna think about it.
I know.
Because
To be fair though, if you follow your Instagram,
let me be honest.
then it's cool.
You see,
I
growth,
want to be honest, to be honest.
bro.
growth is a real thing for me, yeah. Because this isn't normally how I behave.
I love that.
So I'm really biting my. It's really annoying that I have to be mature because I've got a first class degree in pettiness.
Yeah, well, you can't let people ruin your bags.
No, I know. Like I literally have a
First-class
first class
degree,
degree in
you know.
pettiness. Oh, a doctorate even. Like
love that.
literally.
Not a PhD holder.
Yeah.
Literally, you cannot rattle a rattler. I have a first class degree in pettiness, and if you think you're mad, I'm madder.
But the Lord is working.
But you know, he really is.
Lord
So
is
that's why
working.
I'm trying to simmer down, and you know what I mean.
Simmer.
I'm really trying, but like I'm Arthur fisting every minute of the day because I just really, I'm
you need
just
to
like
get what Rich has. Them little things. You need to get these.
One of these.
yeah.
many-
But
How many-
my fear that you throw at someone's head.
How many screen grabs have you got?
Of what people?
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna discuss that on air.
No, you don't. Just roundabout.
Roughly.
Not that many. A few.
All right.
Mm.
3.6 million views on that.
Is that how mad it's gone?
3.6
It's
million.
making me sick.
I can guarantee you the percentage,
It's less than 1%.
it's less than
I know.
0. Point flipping 1%.
I know.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But yet it got you out of your particular.
100%.
That you need to work on.
Okay, in my defense though, yeah, normally nothing triggers me. Like I handle things quite well. I get trolls on Insta all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I handle it well. I think the main reason why this triggered me was one, Gladys. Yeah, so obviously
Yeah,
I'm
he's
very,
gonna fight
I'm very
everybody
hormonal. Yeah. Two, he's thinking Gladys who?
Yeah, I just clocked as well.
The menstrual cycle.
Look at his face. He's like, number two, my industry is very tapped, yeah. we all know this. Like, there's a lot of fakes, phonies, all of that stuff. Like, it's a very... I get when people come for credibility in my industry. I hear it, right? But one thing I have done over the 10 years of being in this industry is, like, being that person who's not that way inclined. I've never sold dreams. I've never lied. Like, I've always said that I could be a millionaire if I really wanted to by selling waist trainers. Do you know how much money's in that industry?
Yep.
In America, most people who do what I do sell waist trainers and they're killing it because all people everyone wants a quick fix. And I'm that person who's always beefing people online because I'm telling them that waist trainers don't work.
That's how Gucci Mane got out of jail.
And I'm hearing
What?
because of his
Because she was
Keisha
selling waist
KO.
trainers. She flipped all the money.
Do you know, like, it's such a lucrative business because people don't understand the comprehension, science and concepts. You're not using your brain and engaging it. Someone will come and tell you, oh, my waist is snatched and I got it by wearing a waist trainer. How? Let's look at it scientifically, right? What in that item of clothing that you're wearing is burning the fat off your body? And you can't tell your body where to burn fat from. Scientifically, it is impossible. Do you understand what I mean? But people don't want to hear that, right? I'm the hater. Because it works. Why is it that everybody who sells you a waist trainer tells you that you have to eat healthy and work out whilst wearing it? Because that's what's making you lose the weight.
Not the
Like,
damn waist trainer.
where's R. Kelly's thing? Use your common sense. Like, you're not doing it. Do you understand what I mean? So I stay on the internet arguing with people about this all the time because I don't believe in selling people a dream. People are vulnerable. Everybody is like, is sensitive, yes, and wants a quick fix. And yes, it's hard. I hear it, I understand it, all of that stuff, yeah. But I'm not going to be that person that comes here to sell you a dream in exchange for coin. That's not me. So when you come for my credibility, and I'm so passionate about my industry and what I do, it hits a nerve. Do you understand what I mean? I know I got drawn out yesterday, and that's even more why I was annoyed and I had to just disappear because I thought, Gina, they're drawing you out. Are you dumb? Do you know who you are? Do you understand what I mean? Like, I actually do know who I am. So
Zoop, zoop.
you can't come for me and make me feel some type of way because I'm trying to help you. And I thought I had to, you know what I mean? But it's because, again, I'm very passionate. I love what I do. And for me, helping people is everything. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. I'm not getting a penny from doing any of this. Do you understand what I mean? So it's like, that's what annoyed me. And then because it's coming from our own people, it's even worse. Because all I've wanted to do is uplift my black women. Because do you know how hard it is for me to be a black woman in my space? Do you know how hard I've worked to be a black woman in my space? To even have the relationship with the brands that I have? To do the stuff that I'm doing? Because I'm black. And I'm trying to bring you lot in and you lot are tearing me down. Make it make sense. So even that was, I just thought, nah, like...
You people don't deserve good
You
things
don't deserve
sometimes.
it. You don't deserve this level of grace. You don't because... Like, do you understand what I mean?
Just the people.
No, of course, yes.
0.001%.
I know. Obviously, I'm a selfless person, so I'm not gonna not help.
The
Like,
ones who don't know you, the ones who do know you and just literally want hatred on you, those are the people that will continue to be the same thing, regardless of what it is that you do.
Facts.
So you can't be focusing on them at all.
no, I know, and again, like I said, I've never been dragged publicly like this. So,
I don't think you were dragged
no, I wasn't. I don't think I was dragged.
At
I don't
all.
think I was cooked.
at all.
No, I don't think I was. But when you were like, someone said they're cooking your girl on Twitter, I thought, okay. I was like,
But you said she wasn't dragged or cooked because of the percentage.
100%.
it's not even that.
Still cooking there.
No, it's not.
Do you know why I don't think it's
100%
I don't think it's a sizzling stir.
What's the difference between a drag and a cook? I mean, like,
It's the
I
same
would like to
thing.
know, Brent.
No, sorry. You are saying what's the difference between two things that are synonyms? That's not
So it's the
what it
same
is. I'm
thing.
saying.
okay.
Okay, so what constitutes a cooking?
The majority being
Okay.
the bad thing. This was a minuscule, less
but I
than a
think-
minuscule of quote unquote lack of critical thinking.
But
I
at
hear
the
you,
same
though.
time,
So I hear you though, but anyone who's also cooked on a majority scale would feel emotion she's feeling. So it's still a cooking. It's just
Sorry,
do you
it's
know?
not.
Do you know
Okay.
why? Do you know why I think it still is a drag, whatever you want to call it, yeah? Because I feel like it was a topic of discussion for a very long time that loads of people saw. Do you know what I mean? Like it became.
Let's not.
and she was
Let's not do
insulted.
this.
People tried to discredit her. What?
Let's not do this.
Okay, sorry. Let me drink my tea.
That you felt the way you felt, I am not looking to basically diminish that. Please focus on that, right? I asked you the percentage of the negativity that you received, 0.0001%, right? But as human beings, we focus
I
on
know.
that stuff.
I realized. Yeah.
Do you understand? And off the back of that, didn't you say, I'm never going to give anybody any advice on Twitter again? The whole 99% point, however many more, would love for you to basically continue doing what you do. But then they're going to miss out because of those individuals who will still do the same thing, regardless of if it is that you even put a tweet up. Do you understand? They will still come on there looking for misery to impart into other people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you can call it a cooking if you want, but I don't see it as a cooking because the majority of it was positive.
Fair.
Because you felt the way you felt is why you're saying you got dragged. And it's the hyper-focusing on that
Negative.
negative set of comments. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. But yeah.
I beg you, please help the 99.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
for real,
gonna.
man.
They
The
need
thing is-
help.
Brent, you know what I'm like though, innit? So I'm going to regardless. But I just needed in that moment, to back.
And that's
Yeah,
why
give and take.
you have to have your little hive to let
But
them
the thing
do
is,
it.
so when I left,
just quote tweet. Oh, okay, cool. And then
no,
you get
but the thing is, when I left, like people messaged me like, "Now your friends are riding for you on Twitter," and I was like, "Do you know what? Well, thank you." Like it's.
That's what they're meant to do.
But then
utilize the
can
hive.
I quickly just talk about men though quickly?
point of
Sorry,
being
and
a
then,
hive
and
if
then,
you don't
and
utilize
then I'm
the
gonna
hive?
leave. Yeah. So
Black men?
I'm gonna say black men because majority were black men. Oh, it's not. It's not positive.
Oh, sorry.
I love that so much. You know why I love that? Yeah, because no wait, because when you said about Gwen, this is E-man. Yes, of course you can. Yes, of course you can. I said, oh, okay.
It's not positive.
The
no.
big up
quick.
came, the shout out, everything.
know.
Look at that horns and
Look,
everything.
look.
I'm disgusted.
All right, so obviously the picture ended up on Instagram and then on one of these blog pages. I thought, wow, it's a really slow news day because I do not know why this is here, but fine, here we are. And then I went to the comments. Black men,
No way.
y'all really
Oh, what they saying?
Well, yeah, that's what I want to know.
girls that have abs. Ugh, she look better on the
You're
left.
so
Ugh,
mad.
don't like her, but-
I
like,
know your belly's touching your
everybody's
kneecaps.
comment. Yeah,
I know it.
Everybody's comment was about.
Kneecaps. That is rude.
Everybody's
you know.
comment,
Oh my gosh.
and it was black men because I can see your icons. You're all black, and it's a black blog page. Everybody's comments was about ugh, and then one guy was like, "Man, I'm actually really embarrassed at the comments. Just big up her hard work because even me, I'm a man and I'm inspired." Another guy said the majority were like, "Oh, wait, so you can put yourself up on a public platform, but I'm not allowed to give my opinion on which physique I prefer." And I thought, but no one asked for your opinion. I don't care.
You don't even look like the physique you prefer, sir.
But it was very like, I just thought, wow, guys are really
What,
Do you know what it is though? It's
No,
people,
I don't-
though.
I
It's
don't-
people are miserable. Because you know what? It's the same way Brent said about the percentage. Those black men, again, I told you what their belly situation is. They could walk from here around the globe. Not one ab is going to come through. It's done. Their story is done.
But you know what? But you know what it made me realize? Yeah,
Foolishness.
it made me realize I didn't care. That stuff didn't trigger me, and it made me realize that I was really disappointed at my black
Them
women.
black queens, yeah.
That's because
I do this for y'all.
That one touched you, innit?
Yeah.
No, you lot, all the comments about my physique and stuff, I didn't care about at all. Literally, like I actually laughed and I thought, right, you lot, I'm proper insecure in it. If you want to know how I done it, just ask. It's cool. Like that was my response.
Yeah, that is a real thing though. I feel like certain things. If not necessarily that you do it for black women, but you're black women, so you expect other black women to understand where it is that you're coming from and like your struggles and stuff like that. And when they don't back you, it's just like, or they insult you on what it is that you're backing them for. It's just like, yikes. Patriarchy's done a number, yo. Actually, sometimes y'all is just on crack.
All of these people just have a broke
miserable.
person's mentality. That's all it is, man.
It's
Just
actually
haters.
sad.
Yeah,
But
but can I just say I said what I said though, and my thing still stands. You lot should enjoy your fupa and leave me alone, regardless of whether you think that's fat phobic or not. It's between you and God.
it's not fat phobic because you lot said Fupa lives matter, so.
So that was my drops max and exit stage left, and then it got hype again. I thought, hey, you lot enjoy your own because you see this debate. I'm a head out.
But all right, well, this is lovely. I'm glad that you did this. I've wanted to talk about it all week, and I have been waiting, and I'm glad that you
today
spoke.
I said I'm not. I said they're not throwing me out. I'm
I
not
was
talking
going to
about. I'm
talk
not
for
talking
you,
about. I'm not
even
talking
if you
about.
if you said, you know what, I've been contacted and said not to talk. I was like, okay, that's fine. I have been contacted, so I can give my opinion. Do you know what I mean? So I'm
word.
glad that you did. But
But you know what? It's fine. I actually feel better about it now.
That's good. Release.
Because before, every time I spoke about it, I'll just be like,
Arthur.
literally.
Yeah, I get you.
But I'm right now.
But so yesterday we did a little competition, and we had the
yes.
tickets for the No Behavior Party. We've also got 4 tickets today as well to give. Essentially, the way we're gonna do it, right? No quotes, no dramatics, nothing like that. All we need is just for you to follow the new Black is spelled with an X, and follow the Day After page
On Twitter,
on Twitter and Instagram, or just on Twitter.
both.
Both. So follow us, the new Black, on Instagram and Twitter. The Day After on Instagram. The Day After TNB on Instagram and Twitter. Screenshot is sent it to the WhatsApp number. Actually, no, screenshot it, send it to the WhatsApp number and call in, and you get a ticket. That's
Straight.
it. Follow our pages, call in, you get a ticket. If I like your voice, you get 2 tickets. All right, let's get into our headlines.
What was the question?
Oh,
Because of time. Okay.
no, it's fine. I'm going to finish this show at 10:15 today. So, what is your favorite way to learn? Oh, this is up your street, Gina. What is your favorite way to learn? Whilst cussing people or taking the high road? Do you have to do it first and learn from mistakes, or can you learn from mistakes that others make?
Oh, really came to me. I think it depends, you know. Some things I can learn from other people's mistakes. So, you know, sometimes you want to make your own mistakes, though. I know
Yeah.
it sounds a bit silly, but do you know what I mean? So I think a bit of both, depending.
Okay. Yeah, I think a bit of both. Actually, no, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Because I like speaking to people. Like, I speak to strangers. Like, I speak to people. I learn a lot from people's lives, and I draw from it. And some of the things I've been through, child, I wish I hadn't. But there are some things where I think when you go through it yourself, the lesson you pick up from it is deeper than what someone could have just told you.
Yeah.
I like experience, actually. I'm a journey type of girl. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I think for me, it's similar. Like, I can definitely learn from other people's mistakes, though. But I think sometimes, a bit of ego comes into it, where it's like, okay, cool, I can maybe do this and not suffer the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? I can get the experience.
Sometimes it's true, though.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's true.
What? That you can do it.
Yeah, they didn't do it right.
There you go.
They didn't do it right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, either one for me. You know. Yeah.
I think learning from my own mistakes. Yeah, I can definitely take advice from others, but I reckon until I go through it myself, that's when I really, really learn and understand.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like sometimes some people put in your life to make a mistake just so you can see that happen, if that makes sense. You can literally see this person go through X, Y, Z. No,
Yeah,
I'm definitely not doing that.
yeah. 100%.
Like, but then obviously it's better to like make your own mistakes and learn from that. But yeah, I prefer not to make no mistakes because sometimes those mistakes can be big and costly. You know, and some mistakes you can't get back from. So
Oh no, definitely.
you know.
Brent?
I think it depends because I saw something on Satan's app, Twitter, that the company that had the submersible.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
He's upset. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Excuse me. I'm great. How are you doing,
You right?
King?
You finished?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Thank you very much.
The company
My
that had the
apologies.
submersible that imploded.
Oh, what's it called again? I can't remember what it's called.
Titan.
Oh, the sub. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying you learned from that mistake?
No, they're still selling tickets.
For what? To go down to the
No, but
no
okay, do you
way.
know
So I can learn from them.
No, wait.
That is interesting.
You know, stuff like that, yeah.
Are you joking?
I'll be honest with you, stuff like that I'm not mad at. I'll be honest with you, stuff like that I'm not mad at.
How?
What I was mad at, or what I will find hilarious, is people who buy the tickets. Because I think in this life, people can do whatever they want to do. Do you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. So if they want to put tickets out, they're running a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, for real.
It's the suckers.
Yeah, thrill seekers.
Thrills, well, no.
To be fair, though-
Death cravers. You want to, you want to buy tickets?
No, you know what? You're kind of right though, because it's like, I don't know if it's the saying there, but let's say like an airplane crashes and stuff like that. No, but that's the kind of like something you need, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, you don't actually need to go in submarine.
Yeah,
like,
you need to go see the Titanic.
Yeah, or like, I mean, going to a theme park, because you don't need to go to a theme park. Like,
don't.
imagine you go to a theme park and then like,
Some people got stuck
there's
up
a
in
massive,
Thorpe Park the other day.
yeah, and there's like a massive, like something really, really bad happens. Like, I highly doubt Thorpe Park are going to close down and be like, oh, we're no longer doing this.
And they
They're going to continue
Sometimes
moving
they
forward,
open
isn't
the next day.
it? And it's for you to make that decision whether you want to seek that thrill
But
and
Brenny's
go on a
crying.
ride.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do rides anymore. After like,
Yeah.
see, back in the day, there weren't really videos of people getting shot up in the air,
Yeah, and then not
disappearing
coming
from-
back.
Yeah, I'm not doing no more rides no more. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm not doing it.
I'm not. No.
And every time I always think, do you know what? I want to beat that fear. I see another video. I saw a video this week of that circle one. I can't remember what it's called, but in Thorpe Park, and it was stuck. So
See?
now I'm stuck upside down,
It's the Egypt
and
thing.
the person below me has the luxury of being stuck upright. So I'm
Yeah, that
just
is long.
stuck
Egypt thing, those-
upside down
For time.
for time while the engineer comes. Might be on the other side, might be in flipping. Who knows where he
That is
is?
scary, though.
Just scary that
These
is.
times blood is just rushing.
Rush
to
into your brain.
Rush into your brain.
We're going to try and tell them.
Yeah,
No. It's ridiculous. So someone in the comments, this is what we're talking about. Sorry, Brent. But someone asked if Rich was in Alexandra Burke's new film. And he was.
yeah. I swear that was like shot in 2021 or 2022. One of the two. Was that ages ago?
And it came out. It just come out.
Yeah, these films they take ages to come out, right? Depending on editing and filming and XYZ production team, and yeah. It was
Okay.
What's
fun
the film
times.
about? Is it a good watch?
Couldn't even tell you. I ain't watched it.
Okay.
what's
You're not
man
selling
said- so I'm
Wait,
not trying to sell it. What do you mean?
Have you got
You want people to
Oh,
watch
what-
it and
what-
see you in
what-
there.
I can't even tell you what it's called. It was ages ago.
Oh, fair
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
So
what
what was your role?
I'm
Yeah.
just doing some extra stuff in there.
That's
okay,
what
okay.
makes sense to me. So you just turned up on a day just to do a part and they told you to F off.
I'm not
Get him to
what do you
F
want-
F
what
off.
do you- what do
Is
you
it
want
extra?
me to
So
do?
You're an extra,
F
innit?
off.
You want me to stand around and start taking autographs and like, all right, sorry, do you mind? It's like, what?
No, so that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what
In
you
my
saying? What you
head,
saying? Tell me.
if you've made a debut
Yeah.
on
Oh,
a
that's
particular
different.
film,
Yeah, I'm sure we'll know
Yeah,
about it. I'm sure he'll know
that's
about it.
different. That's
if you any debut, whatever the role is, I need to find out what is this part for? What's the context of what I'm doing?
big man. All I
That's
know.
just me.
Okay. What I'm gonna give you the breakdown for what I remember from two
You're actually silly.
from
He's a-
2 years ago.
It's a
We were in
Baju.
some kind of party scene.
Look how excited you
Because
are.
it's good. I've never seen anything that he's in before, and I know that he's an aspiring actor. So when he gets an opportunity to feature somewhere, I want to hear as much information as possible.
It's a black-
he says me
one
all
of
this
Black King.
conspiracy stuff all the time.
No,
Like,
but
we do stuff.
That stuff is
Like on WhatsApp,
interesting.
innit? So I care about what he's about to say. Don't downplay it, please.
I'm not downplaying nothing. I
This is
just
such
don't.
black
I
boy
just-
joy. It's so cute. I love it.
Nah,
Sorry.
you know it is.
I'm
I don't
not telling you
downplay it.
to.
I just don't. Yeah, once you're done with something, you're kind of over it, right? It's just the project is done. You've been paid. On to the next. But I just remember it being a party scene, and everyone was vibes in, and yeah, that was.
Are you just a party goer?
No, I was
Just
there
making
for,
up numbers?
I was there for a few days.
For someone who didn't want him to talk it down,
Oh, no.
you're not doing a great job yourself.
Nah, Brett, you
You're an
can't.
absolute idiot.
Hey, Brett, you see you. You see, Brett, you're a dangerous human. you know.
You are talking at the people on Twitter.
Wait.
You are black.
I know
Twitter.
that, man.
Understanding why he said
He is.
What? No,
Black Twitter said.
No, you're actually black Twitter.
Not a black Twitter rep amongst us.
No. I'm
Damn.
understanding now why he said I can't remember. Because he just went to Shabin's.
No,
You need to pay Shabin's.
I'm not
you.
I've got an hour left. All right, okay.
So you were just a party goer.
Thank you. Wrap it up.
Like
Headlines,
I was,
please.
like I was just there, just drinking
Forgive
and
my
all that.
stupidity. Let's move on.
Yes.
You brought this to our attention.
Must be an egg. Your friend did.
All right, so the first headline, Suella Braverman is back in the news, man. The Home Secretary has said that the government is committed to ending cross-channel migrant boats despite a court ruling that its Rwanda policy is unlawful. Suella Braverman told MPs she would do whatever it takes to stop the boats. Her comments came after judges at the Court of Appeal ruled that the plan to send asylum seekers to the African country could also breach human rights, and the government has said that it will appeal. Labour says the plan is unethical and Ms Braverman is ramping up rhetoric. Asylum Aid, which is the charity which brought the legal challenge, said the decision taken by the court on Thursday was a vindication of the importance of the rule of law and basic fairness. The plan to send people who arrive in the UK illegally to Rwanda was first unveiled in April of 2022 in an attempt to deter crossings on the English Channel on small boats. It has been subject to several legal challenges, including the latest at the Court of Appeal, where judges ruled that Rwanda had not provided enough safeguards to prove that it's a safe third world country. The next headline is pretty much linked to that, and basically the Rwandan government says it remains committed to the agreement with London to deport illegal migrants from Britain to Rwanda, despite the British court's ruling, which declares the deal illegal. A statement signed by the East African government spokesperson, Yolande Makolo, said that the decision ultimately rests with the British courts. Speaking to AFP, she said, while this decision ultimately rests with the British courts, we contest the fact that Rwanda is not considered a safe country for refugees and asylum seekers. The British Court of Appeal's Thursday ruling comes to the dismay of both the Rwanda government and the British government, but it's certainly to the delight of Asylum Aid, which, as I mentioned, is a group that was among the parties that brought a challenge against the government's Rwanda policy. Alison Pickup, who's the director of Asylum Aid, which leads an expert team providing legal representation to asylum seekers and refugees, welcomed the ruling. And that's it for the headlines.
Perfect. Let's get into topic of the day. What are you saying?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, man's talking
Has he
bare
got
loud,
headphones
bro.
on?
No,
Bring
What
the-
was that loud?
I thought you were all right. I mean, it's Brent.
It's Brent that's loud.
Brent that
Nah,
pushed
email
me.
was loud. Email was bare loud.
you're being strange over there, Brent.
Brent is so annoying. though. Is it okay?
All right, so today's topic of the day,
It's actually funny.
this was sent to me by Stacey. Big up, Stacey.
Hang up, Stacey.
And there's a link to a video that I want you guys to watch in it. And then we can kind of discuss some of the comments that people made, I guess, in the comment section.
That's actually look weird.
That's my child.
She does my job.
That's actually
She's
What's
adorable.
the, what's the
man.
comments?
So basically, people were kind of talking about how it's kind of inappropriate. They're kind of over-sexualizing certain things, right? Obviously based on the comments and what people kind of deduce from it, right? And so I guess Stacey was like, look, why is it that, I guess in the black community, I'm not saying she's saying it's not present in other communities, but obviously we're all black here, right? Why is it that we kind of tend to over-sexualize things that are truly innocent? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did we think to ourselves that this is kind of inappropriate for potentially a 4-year-old to be dancing like this? Or is there something inappropriate about it?
I didn't, because I said that's my child.
Yeah.
I'm a dancing human. So when
I'm a dancing girl.
Literally, do you know what I mean? When my child pops out, if they're not dancing on beat, I'll even be like, you my child. I'll be so confused. So maybe that's just because it's me and I don't have a problem shaking my ass personally, and I don't care. Not like that, but I think even if you look at it culturally, like with cultural dances and stuff, yeah, like from a lot of our cultures, a lot of it is based on shaking your hips and whatnot, right?
waist and stuff like that.
And your waist and stuff like that. So it's only now, like in the West, I suppose, because and like now in like current times that it's seen as like degrading and all that stuff. But if you look back in the day and if you look at culture and history, women been shaking their asses, like literally. So I don't know, man.
But do you feel like because it's in the modern day in the West, right, through a different kind of lens, though, that we should kind of look at it through this new lens? Because it's not like these people are back home and know the culture like that.
Do you know why that's dangerous? Because it robs kids of their innocence. And a lot of kids are robbed of their innocence because of how adult minds are shaped. Like when I was like younger, like obviously growing up in Nigerian stuff, like kids wear skirts and stuff like that, but I was told, don't wear this and close your legs and do this and do that.
Yeah.
Like I was just a kid. Do you get what I mean? Like I literally was just a kid being a kid. But adults project their adult minds and their way of thinking onto innocent children, and that's what it does. It robs them of innocence. Like till this day, there's still certain things that was like that same way of thinking that even as a grown ass woman, I still feel a way about. As in, like I can't do certain things without having adult elders' voices in my head. Do you get what I mean? And I have to check myself. Then I'm like, yeah, but I'm not really comfortable. Then I have to fight that. Do you get what I mean? It's a whole thing. It robs kids of their innocence. That's why it's dangerous.
Do you feel like it's a bit different, though, with a situation like this? Because I'm assuming here, by the way, right? I'm assuming that the girl didn't just like learn this herself, that she was kind of taught by maybe the aunties, the mum, this, that, and the third, right? So if the mum and all that is kind of have the same mentality of the modern day woman, if you know what I'm trying to say, right? That kind of sexual thing that comes with the shaking and the twerking and all that stuff, letting the kid learn that, isn't that different?
Do you know where it comes from though? It's from TikTok. It comes from the people that just want the iPad babies. When all you want to do, you don't want to watch your kids, you don't want to engage with your children, you don't want to teach them, you don't want to read to them, you don't want to spend time with them. All you want to do is give them internet stuff. Because really and truly, her mum is not busting the moves. Auntie's not. She's not doing it. I don't know how younger
How do you know
her
that?
mum is.
No,
But
I
it's not. But
agree, I
that's a
agree with
TikTok
Esther
dance.
though, in the
That's
sense
a
where
TikTok
like
dance.
a lot of it is based on is from TikTok. A lot of it is trends. So I don't think it's a case of not saying that she didn't learn that from her family.
Yeah.
But kids pick up things a lot, and in the generation we're in, a lot of kids are iPad kids that just stay on their iPads
Hours.
watching
That's
YouTube
wild, though,
and
man.
TikTok, right?
That
So
in
you don't
itself.
know what your child is consuming. Do you get what I
Literally.
mean? So, yeah.
Wild.
So basically, you feel as though really this just points to a sickness in like humanity, basically.
No, I feel
Society.
that because the thing is, I also understand that like one, there's sickos in this world, innit? So there are going to be people who are going to sexualize kids, and you have to protect your kids, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, but I feel like if you focus on that too much, I feel like that's with anything though. If you focus on the negativity, you're gonna miss out on like a lot of things and just not kind of live life as you should. So you can definitely be protective. Like, who's to say that you can't have fun with your kids and do that, just not put it on the internet? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
So I don't know. I think it's just about finding that right balance.
So where do you think kind of that we as a society kind of went wrong then? At what point does, because in my mind, right?
Wait, never mind.
No, what
I was
you
gonna
I was about to say when
That's
wrote-
still
yeah.
I was gonna say something so dumb. It's really stupid. I'm not gonna say it.
All right, cool.
I was gonna say they're still going wrong, but
Because obviously it gets to a certain age where certain things we kind of see as sexual, right? Where does that happen? Like, because if, for example, this is completely innocent, yeah, and this person has the same mindset, surely it should be completely innocent when they're 20, 30, and all that type of stuff, right? But if, as a society, sometimes we see a more sexual slant on certain things when people are 20 and 30 and they're dancing, right? Where is it going wrong? Where's our interpretation of this changing?
I think, do you know what? This is kind of a bit off topic here, but I feel like with sexualization and stuff, yeah, a lot of it comes from the person's physique. Because I feel like, because I say this all the time, right? You could have two women with two completely different physiques wearing the same thing. And one might have a more straight figure and one might have a more curvaceous figure. And they could be wearing the same thing. And some people might say, oh, the person on the right who's more curvaceous might look a bit tacky or slutty or is just a bit too sexual. But these times you're wearing the same thing and what she's wearing is fine. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that also plays a part in the sexualization. It's what's seen as desirable. It's what people are drawn to. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. Not entirely, but I feel like that definitely plays a role.
part, yeah. And I feel like even as well, like cultures, if you've grown up in a culture where, like, say for example, you've grown up in a culture where people genuinely cover themselves, like typically cover themselves. If you see someone in a singlet, that's gonna look sexual to you. Or them shoulder blades might do something to you. Do you get what I mean? So I think it's culture. It depends on the culture, it depends on the environment, like where you are, the place of the world. Because someone actually said in the comments, like I've seen videos like that as well, where like a woman's like twerking on a little boy and stuff like that, and everyone around, men, women, everyone's praising it because it's like, oh, like just a thing. But to me, that's inappropriate because that's a kid. Do you get what I mean? Because if it was a girl dancing on a grown man, that would be weird. So I think it just depends on the spaces, and there's so many factors
But then
into it.
And this may sound like a very silly question, but just so that we can kind of get into it a bit more, right? In that same situation where you're saying it was a grown woman twerking on a little boy, right? If, for example, we're saying certain dances are completely not sexual, why can't we see that as kind of them just having fun?
No, a
come
grown woman
from?
twerking on a boy.
Yeah,
'Cause that's a
if
kid.
you don't see it as sexual.
But it's not about the dance. It's that's a kid. Actually, no, it's a dance with a kid. So if it was a grown man doing it with a man, that's they're dancing. If it's you doing it on a kid, that's different. It's a kid. That's not dances you do with kids.
Do you get?
So you just
Yeah,
say
no,
that
but the thing
dance
is,
is not
a
sexual.
If it
grown,
wasn't- if it wasn't twerking.
but a grown woman twerking can be deemed as sexual because she's a grown woman.
That's what I'm saying.
In my opinion, a child twerking is not sexual to me.
Yeah,
because
actually,
it's
yeah.
a
Because
child.
9 times out of 10, they don't
It's
know
a
what
child.
they're
It's a
doing.
child.
They're just moving
So-
their body. So they're not
Moving to the
at
beat.
4, I highly doubt they'll know that
She
they're
knows that she's
twerking
shaking
and
ass.
it's a sexual thing that
Yeah.
people are going to desire.
Yeah.
But as a grown woman, you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
But then can't you then import sexualized themes into kids, like onto kids?
But that's the problem, though.
No, but
That's what people do.
exactly. But that's the problem. You're
That's the
projecting.
problem.
If a child, an innocent child who has no idea what sex is,
Yeah.
obviously doesn't have sex, sees a dance on TikTok and just copies the moves, that's not sexual.
No,
Their intentions aren't sexual. They're a child.
I agree.
If you're an adult and you see it, you're projecting what you think onto that
You,
child.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
What I mean is take away the TikTok thing. Let's just
Yeah.
say, for example, it's the parents
Yeah.
who are doing it and they teach the child to do that.
Yeah.
What about that?
It's still a child just having fun. It's still a child.
That's not any different to me.
Yeah.
So then,
Because it's like when you say, if your kids hear you saying something and they'll be like, oh, daddy, no, because they hear you've said no before. Like, kids are literally blank canvases and they just copy whatever you do. It's not sexual when the kid does it because it's just a kid having fun. If you then when you tell the child don't do that anymore,
Yeah.
all they've heard is you're telling them not to have fun. They don't know the meaning of why you said not to do it. They don't understand. And you're not going to be in a position to explain that to them for the next 13 years. Kid is 2. Do you get what I mean? So again, it's adults projecting what they know, their knowledge of what this is, to a kid that has no idea, that's just playing.
I get what you're saying 100%. But then one could say, can't you then teach a kid to be sexual? Because if you're basically saying, oh, well, if a kid does it, it's not sexual because they're a kid and they don't know.
Yeah.
Is it impossible to then teach a kid sexual things?
No,
not
it is possible. 'Cause that's how a lot of kids get abused.
This is what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
So how is it that we can say that about certain things, but then when it comes to the dancing, no, a kid did it, it's not sexual.
No,
You know
but
what I'm saying? Like,
if a
isn't
kid,
that how things get blurred and becomes dangerous?
no, because the thing is,
But are you
what
talking
you're
about?
saying makes sense, yeah. But the thing is, a kid dancing like how that girl was dancing, by itself, it is not a sexual act.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it was that the parents even taught it, even though I saw an adult doing that, that dance to me does not look. It's like they're doing a flossy. That is not sexual.
She's
to
not
me.
even twerking. She's just.
Do you know what I mean? If I see an adult
yeah.
dancing, if I see an adult grown woman twerking, winding her waist or whatever, that will look sexual to me because that's what it is. If I saw a kid doing it, I'm not going to think that is a sexual thing. So even though a kid may have been taught that, the kid stand alone, it is still not a sexual thing because that kid does not understand. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like
I get you.
you can't place that on
Yeah.
a kid because the kid is just having fun.
And intentions is important as well.
This is it.
So the kid's intent isn't to be sexual.
Can it be dangerous though?
Depends who you put your kids
something
around.
that we should be
That's
mindful
another
of?
conversation.
Say again, sorry?
Depends who you put your kids around, and that's another conversation.
But that's-
Because when you do the whole,
okay.
don't wear this around this person, don't wear this around that person, it's not me that you don't trust, it's that person. So you shouldn't have that person around your kid. If my kid is dancing how my kid dances, and I feel like there's someone in the room that I feel like, oh, don't do that because it might be inappropriate, I need to take that person out of the room, not my kid to stop dancing. My kid is just having fun. My kid doesn't know this is sexual. But whoever I think is in the room that will sexualize my child for doing this is who needs to get out of the room. That's what the black community needs to work on.
And you made a very good point there because I think this is basically where that conversation will kind of go to, right? But is it not? Surely, well, let me not say surely. As women, right? Are there certain things that you kind of see as ladylike, and then you know what, this is tacky, but let me behave like a lady, right? And not kind of like maybe the way you sit. You're not being certain things. Isn't that something you also would teach to smaller girls as well?
Yeah, but can I be honest? You see all of that stuff here actually gets on my nerves.
Okay,
Right.
tell me.
Because I feel like society has projected a lot of like rules, regulations on how you're meant to be. And in my opinion, life don't work like that. Do you get what I mean? Like, in my experience anyway. So all this that kind of like, oh, don't, like, even I saw a thing on Instagram where it was like, when you, like, it was called table etiquette. And again, I just thought, this is what I mean. I can't deal. So it was like, as a lady, like when you're out on a table in a club you should just basically sit there quietly and drink your drink. And if you're not doing that and you're dancing and you're having fun with your friends and stuff, it's tacky. And I was like, this is what I mean. Like,
we're at a club, you know, not a
but table
book
etiquette. So
reading.
anyone who doesn't sit there crossed with their legs crossed, drinking champagne.
Oh, they say you shouldn't cross your legs like that. You should cross it at your ankle.
See, this is what I'm saying. I ain't got time for that. You can't.
What?
You can't.
Yeah, because that is
I didn't even know that one.
that your it's inappropriate.
Are you showing thigh or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
will.
inappropriate.
But
Especially
I-
if you got a short dress on a short skirt.
But
But
again,
maybe man
do
don't
you-
want to see some
but
fight.
do you see what I'm saying? Like, it starts getting a bit. I can't.
There's too many rules.
There's too many rules on how I should live my life to be perceived ladylike, and for what? For men to. That's all it boils down to. So
the male gaze.
I'm actually tired. I'm gonna be honest. So for me, yeah.
Isn't that slightly a bit different? Because in examples you gave, right, the women are more like of age, innit? Like they go to clubs, they can actually have sex and things of that nature, right? But like as kids, aren't there certain things that you say, look, maybe, I don't know, like you're a girl, so maybe behave like this, your boy maybe behave like that? Or is it just like, no, you're kids, so there's just nothing wrong. You just
I want my
be.
kids to have fun, you know. Like as a girl growing up here, you're a girl, you're gonna be a mother one day, you're gonna be a mother, a wife one day. So when people are playing, you should be here learning how to cook stew. You should be here keeping the house tidy. You should be I cannot. If I have kids, that is one thing I'm really looking forward to. Like my sons and my daughters just having fun and just being kids. They're gonna learn life skill. They're gonna learn, you know, important things they need to learn. But kids get robbed of what? Yeah, I don't know about obviously how the male experience, but I know that women, that the female, gosh, this is ridiculous. Girls get robbed of their childhood, and that's another way that they get robbed of their childhood. Do you get what I mean? All of this, well, you're gonna be this one day, and this is you should train this and that, like, and then you're watching the boys that play outside, but you can't because you should be this, and it's so weird, and it's just no, like. There's things I want to raise my kids with in terms of like, obviously when you're at the table, don't be just talking with food in your mouth. Like there's certain etiquettes that you should know, but when it comes to things where it's like, again, for like, it centers around the male gaze, I'm not going to be doing that. I think those things are more harmful than helpful.
I think Easy Bambino made a good point. He said being sexual and being inappropriate are two different things, right? It's possible for a kid to do an inappropriate thing without it being sexual. Right?
Yeah.
But obviously, like we know it's crazy how these things can be over-sexualized, right? But do you feel like, firstly, is this a man issue or is this a black community issue? So do you feel like this is prevalent in other communities as well?
I feel like we can't talk in other communities because we don't know, innit? And it's like,
Okay.
I don't have access to those communities. I don't have a clue what goes on in their homes. So I don't even think it's a case of even comparing. All we can do is talk about our community because we're in it.
True.
But I feel like I can't speak for like Caucasian communities.
Yeah.
But when I've heard like other brown women speak, their experiences sometimes are similar
Similar, yeah.
in terms of like, you know, how girls are raised and stuff like that. But yeah, but it's difficult to speak because we're not part of the community.
Then I guess to some degree, this is like a male type of issue then, because obviously, it's almost like, obviously I don't know where it would have started, but if it started with the males, then okay, cool. Then the women maybe have observed this and then told the little girls behave because these type of men are around, or the women have observed that, wait a minute, maybe behave in a particular way, and the men are for, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So wherever it is, but wherever the issue is, how do we kind of stop this? Or do you feel like this is just part of life?
I don't think it's possible to universally stop it.
I mean,
Because of-
amongst us.
Amongst
Okay,
us.
yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
I feel like university you can't stop it because of lack of knowledge, exposure, and all that kind of stuff. Like even in the society that we live in, people think differently about things. Think differently about how marriages should be, how you should raise your kids and stuff like that. So I feel like it's an individual thing, and where you can, you have conversation with your friends and whatever, and hope to express that knowledge when you sort of have games nights and stuff like that. But I don't think it's something that's going to be like in 50 years' time wiped out. I feel like it's rooted way too deep.
You
I know
don't think it'll be
everyone.
better?
Huh?
You think it'll be better?
No, I don't know. Because you know what it is? Because not everyone recognizes that that's an issue. The women that you will speak to, and they will be like, yeah, that was sexual. She shouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? So it just depends because people are raised differently and people's thoughts and how they've been socialized, conditioned, or whatever. Some people's is so deep that they don't question it. That some people never question anything. Don't do this. They never question why they shouldn't do it. They just okay. And for the rest of their lives, they will never do it. And then some people will be like, why? I want to understand why not? Why can't I do that? Do you get what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Stacey wrote something. She said, Black women who are raising these girls are robbing children of their innocence, but masquerading it as protection. So I guess that's what you're saying. B, also, instead of holding weird men accountable for being weird people, people are altering kids' innocent behavior. 100%.
Can I say though, I do have some empathy though. I give some grace. Because I think sometimes it's from PTSD. So when you like project onto a child sometimes, depending on what you've experienced yourself, in a way, I feel like the intention can be, because, you know, we've got the evil aunties anyway. The ones that are just witches and just hate. Do you know what I mean? But there are some people where it is coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of protection and stuff. But even that, not a lot of people sit down with their thoughts to figure out where something is coming from. Because I've had moments like that with my little sisters. And I'm like, oh no, but then, or I want to say something, but then I question why it is I want to say that. Then I realize it's based off my experiences, and the intention behind me wanting to do or wanting to say what I wanted to say was because of protection. But then that was my experience. I can't cap how they live because of things that happen to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's tricky.
I
This is
agree.
why I give grace. I don't just condemn people who move like that, because I understand that sometimes there is an underlying issue. If you're just an evil auntie, the ones that just hate, regardless of whatever you do, you have no grace for. But some people, it is coming from a genuine place.
I'm going to ask as well, does it matter or do you care about where the child got the dance from? So let's just say a child stumbled across a tip drill video or whatever BET Uncut video there is, right? And they mimicked what they saw from video models as opposed to seeing other children or people doing dances on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
Does it matter if the child got that dance or got that movement from an adult video, an adult piece of content?
Nah, I think ultimately it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The only thing I will have thoughts on is the parenting that child is under. Do you know what I mean? Because you really should screen the thing that your kids watch. You really should pay close attention. So I feel like that's where my only judgment will come from.
Okay.
But then I'm still aware that this kid is just doing what their friends are doing. It's just doing something that they saw online. Do you know what I mean? Kids are literally sponges, and they don't always understand. And no, do you know what I mean? So I still wouldn't place it on the kid or feel differently. It would just be more about whoever it is that's raising the kids needs to pay more attention. That makes sense? Yeah.
Why do you see it as different, or do you see it as?
No, no. I don't see it as sexual, no matter where the kid picked it up from. But for example, if I, walked into my living room and I saw my child watching an X-rated video, I'll turn it off, right? Because I don't want my child consuming that kind of content. That's why I asked, because if we don't see it as sexual, which I don't, then if they watch sexual content, is there an issue there then?
This is what I was asking earlier. Exactly.
Is it what, sorry?
If we don't see a child dancing in a sexual manner as sexual, then what do we say to children watching sexual content then?
Do they know they're watching sexual content, or they don't know?
It depends on the age. Let's just say they're 4 years old and they have no idea what they're watching.
Yeah.
But obviously, they're going to mimic, and like you said, they're sponges. They're going to take on what they see.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if anyone here saw their child watching something that we deem inappropriate, we'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Even though we know that they're not even understand what they're seeing. Just at the risk that whatever they saw might, you know what I mean?
Stick, yeah.
But then if they actually mimic what they've seen on TV, we still wouldn't see it sexual anyway because they're a child.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to look at the parallel between looking at the act as non-sexual, but then policing the actual content that they consume, which we deem sexual.
And I think that would be the solution, Like when you were asking about the solution earlier, it's actually policing what it is that kids have access to and what it is that they're watching and what it is that they're consuming. And even like the way, because you know that I've seen like stuff in the past on social media with like parents who are very, very, you know, that they show affection out loud and whatever. And there's been debates of people being like, yeah, well, that's inappropriate. Like, you shouldn't be kissing from your kids and whatever. PTSD hands, but whatever. And they're like, oh, it's inappropriate to kiss in front of your children. There's those kind of conversations as well that go on like Facebook and stuff like that. But then it's like, but then, do you know what I mean? But there's kids who have grown up without seeing their parents be affectionate, and there's kids who have grown up and seen their parents affectionate or whatever. But then, depending on how an individual sees it, because that's a sexual act to do in front of your kids. Do you know what I mean? So it's weird. I think, yeah.
No, I think this is not what I think, but the question I'm trying to formulate is, if you don't see the act as sexual, then that same parent might not have a problem with their child watching sexual content. Then, if that's a child, and you don't see anything wrong with them doing said dance, then why would you have an issue with them watching tip drill?
Yeah, but then you would see. But then, as an adult, it's about projecting it's about projecting sexualized acts on kids. Sorry, caller, on kids. Do you know what I mean? So, as an adult, I can see that a woman shaking her bum is sexual because I can see that.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a 13-year-old Jojo Siwa or something. I don't know how old Jojo Siwa is these days, but I can see that it is a sexual act. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I would then police my kid from seeing that. Yeah. Even though if my kid does this, I wouldn't necessarily see it as sexual, but I can see that they're watching something that is a sexual act for adults. Police that. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Does that make sense? But yeah.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning, Saleh.
Good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's good.
First thing I would like to say, I don't believe I've received my ticket.
Yeah, see, I don't like you putting us on blast like that because you've definitely got a number. You can message us privately. Margs will be sending the tickets.
Oh, no. I do have something to say about the topic. Because...
Did you send me your email?
I was... I messaged it into the WhatsApp.
All right, then it will be coming once it is at Margs wakes up.
Yeah, you guys know you can't tell Margs what to do.
But about this topic, I was thinking like, okay, it's very fair to say that each because everyone individually has said that I didn't actually see the video. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I was doing something at the time. But what is it? A child dancing inappropriately, or what could be deemed as inappropriately?
I mean,
is that what we're talking?
Yeah, basically, in a situation if it was like that. In this particular video, I don't think anyone sees it as inappropriate, to be fair. But like in a situation where maybe a child was maybe twerking or doing certain things that if an adult was to do it, would be deemed as sexual or inappropriate.
Because I was thinking about that. Like, as a role, so everyone has said that like they necessarily, if they saw their child doing like a specific dance, they wouldn't see it as sexual. Okay, that's fine. But the job of a parent isn't to judge if their child is, if what they see their child is doing is sexual. The job of a parent is to teach their child how to conduct themselves in the world, in the general public. And especially for a child, if a child is doing something that you can see that other people could deem as inappropriate, especially in a world where we know that there are very bad people in this world, and some, although it's terrible, and I'm not condoning any of this, and no one ever should, but we have rapists, and we have stalkers, and we have all these other things. And especially now that children are more and more increasingly posting videos of what they deem to be fun and innocent on TikTok. So now if your child is doing an inappropriate dance, which they think is perfectly normal, and they post it on TikTok, and then next thing you know that your child, someone has taken, the video of your child, and they're using AI to make it even more cynical than it actually was in the first place. It's kind of like, who is to blame? The parents. Because if the parents could have nipped this in the bud, why not just nip it in the bud? And also, another thing that I'm thinking is this is normalizing sexual acts. Because children don't really know what is going on. So if this is just an innocent dance that they've been doing like since the age of 5 years old, and then they go to school and they come back and they say, "Oh, Daddy, yeah, the teacher just wanted me to do the innocent dance on him, but just take off my clothes." As in, like, can you see where this is leading? This is not. If we just nip all this in the bud in the first place and let children actually do what, like, why are we mixing the two? I don't understand why we're allowing the lines to be blurred. I do not believe that children should be able to do anything that is inappropriate at all. And if they're doing anything that is inappropriate, then we should tell them, like, that is the role of parents, to look after and care for children so that they don't lead down into these paths that now the waters are muddied and we don't know, and it's a bit like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And this is the question I was pretty much asking. Like, I understand that obviously certain things when kids do it, it shouldn't be perceived as sexual. But if they're learning this from adults who do see it as sexual, surely that can be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Surely.
Yeah. And not even just that. But if they're learning them from parents that even don't see it as sexual, that is still a problem.
Yeah.
Because, okay, fair enough. Esther said that you need to be very careful. It's not about what the child is doing or not about what the child is wearing at the time, but it's about, you need to look about the people that are surrounding the child and why those people around the child. If you don't trust them to be around the child, then they shouldn't be around the child. That is a very fair point. But in this day and age, that, like, your child could be in their room for a whole week, but they're still conversing and they're still spreading hundreds of videos, posting loads of TikToks. It's not about who is immediately around the child. It is about who they're interacting with the internet, and these children are, like, all these children have all these accounts. So it's not about, it's much deeper than that, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. I agree. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for calling.
Those are my thoughts. Yeah, everyone have a fantastic day, man.
And you too, man.
Likewise.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
All right. Well, due to the amount of time we have as well, I think we do have to move on. But yeah, this is something that I guess at another time we can maybe delve into a bit more. But yeah, for today, I think that's cool.
Lovely. You guys don't forget, you want the No Behaviour tickets. Follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, and call in to let us know you've done it, and you can get a ticket.
When is that,
Saturday.
tomorrow?
What?
When is that, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Who's your gun?
Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Good morning, caller. Is it Stacey?
Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All good, thank you. All good.
Y'all, it is 4:45 a.m. where I am. I'm on the East Coast. This time thing is really messing with me, but I'm here.
Stacey, what's going on?
Because I'm at my cousin's house. I had to come downstairs. I didn't wake her up. I just wanted to clarify. You know what the angle was that, you know, when I sent it, I was really trying to get at. So the comments, actually, a lot of them that I was seeing that kind of pissed me off were actually deleted. And I was thinking that while I was reading them, like, I wish that when we have stuff like this, especially when it comes to like telling parents what they're telling what their kids are doing is quote unquote grown or fast, people just delete it off rip, because I think it just kind of gives people the ammunition to just forward the conversation unnecessarily. But really what I was trying to get at was, yes, part of it was over-sexualizing innocent things, but it really was more so, it might be an American thing, so apologies in advance, but this culture of telling kids that behavior is fast or grown. And I really just want to, you know, I don't know if that's something that you guys experience on your side, but like, what is this behavior that is qualified as fast or grown? And I can give an example outside of things like this dance, but like a big stupid thing that they do out here is hairstyles. There are certain hairstyles that are considered fast or grown. Some parents don't like their kids having their hair straight. Another one that I didn't understand, I think it's more of an African-American thing, because as African women, braiding our hair is just normal. Nobody has time for hair. individual like box braids, oh my gosh, like it's not a thing that people put on their kids when they're like less than maybe 10 on the count that it's fast or it's grown. So like, I really want to get to the bottom of like, what are some things that we consider quote unquote fast or grown that really and truly are innocent? And like, how do we even get there? Dancing included. Sometimes over-sexualization, but like, I just don't understand it. And, you know, some of the comments that I saw just for further context are things like, it was this one older woman and she was like, well, sorry, I'm old school, but I'm just not going to have my kid, you know, there were men in the background. She was like dancing in front of men or whatever. I'm like, okay, to my point that I said in the chat, the issue is not so much that the kid is doing inappropriate dance. Really and truly, it's not. You're projecting that they are fast or they are acting grown on account that you are scared of what other men who you're not holding accountable could potentially do. If you're scared of that, remove your child from the situation. If you have those weird people in your family, don't be inviting them around your child. But to instill that type of fear and that type of, you know, lock on a child's innocence, to me, is just wrong. And that's really what I want to talk about today.
Yeah, that defo is in the UK culture and definitely the African culture. Like, I did grow up, I guess we don't call it like fast or grown and stuff, but what does it call it? It is a real thing across many cultures, and that's an issue. Boy.
But yeah, that's all I want to say, y'all. Just want to give a little context. Thank you, Eman, for bringing it up today. But also, y'all, I'm not in LA. I'm in Washington, D.C. That's why it's 4:45 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yes. All right. Bye.
All right, lovely. See you later. Bye. But yeah, it's just projectors. Adults projecting on kids, really and truly. Because it isn't. Like, a kid wants something or wants to dress this kind of way or whatever. Again, kids want to mimic whatever they see their parent doing. So if you got makeup on as the parent, the kid sees you make, it's like, oh, I want makeup on. But it's like, do you know what I mean? That it's just, yeah.
I agree. Obviously, I don't want us to go around in circles. I fully agree with what you're saying. But I think because, like you said, kids are sponges, yeah, and they can take on certain information. As adults, like, there's certain things that is not good for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the mom is wearing, you know, let me not even go down there. But
what, mom shouldn't wear makeup?
No, I didn't say the makeup.
Then you finish your sentence, because when you leave it up in the air like that, it leaves it open for interpretation. Because the way you tapped out,
dress, innit?
The way you bowed out of that was not.
I was basically going to say, like, certain type of dresses and stuff.
What, a mum can't wear bodycon dress?
I didn't say what type of dress.
You just said sexy dress. What's a sexy dress?
I don't even know what bodycon dress is.
It's the tight dresses. The ones that stick to your body. The ones that show your figure.
Never heard that in my life.
So as a mother, I've got to wear a tent.
Women got
basically stuff that is exposing certain, you know what I mean? Just certain things.
The bits.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but I'm just saying if you're doing that and your little daughter is kind of emulating those type of things, me personally, I don't think that's necessarily the best thing for a kid to be copying. You know what I'm saying? Even if the kid doesn't know it's, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's certain things that are just age appropriate for a reason. You know what I mean? But
I feel like you could just explain certain things to kids anyway. Just be like, oh, this is what adults wear and this is what kids wear.
Yeah.
When you copy Auntie Gina's workouts and you build your body in the gym, you can have on a nice little dress tee. Until then, get your money up, little girl.
This is it.
All right, well, let's get into our next headlines. That'd be really cute.
All right, people. So the next headline, this is a continuation of yesterday's topic of the day, actually.
Okay.
About that, the former sheriff.
Please tell me he's free. If you tell me he's been charged.
Should I start with a trigger warning then?
Oh, no. That's so sad.
No, I'm joking. Oh.
Oh.
He actually was found not guilty.
Woo!
Yeah,
Can we get some horns, Brent?
Wait, what did he do?
Basically, basically, trigger warning. There was like a mass shooting at a school where some guy went in there, started shooting up kids and some of the stuff. And he was the first police person to go there, but he didn't go in the building. He went straight there, stayed outside, called for backup, things of that nature. So people are saying, wait a minute, you're meant to be there to serve and protect. Like, you didn't do anything. You basically was there so you could tell us a story. You know what I'm saying? So
what they're saying, he's meant to go in there with guns blazing.
Trust me.
On some Rambo thing and then
Please,
die.
Mark said he would.
What?
But you know the man is
old.
old.
Don't listen
He's
to
an old
Mark, man. This just told Mark, shut up, man. So what? So basically, they tried to do him because he didn't go into the...
Yeah.
Wow.
basically, they were basically saying child neglect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Child neglect.
Yeah, man. So basically, he stayed outside during the attack at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland near Miami. Mr. Peterson is the school's resource officer, and he was found not guilty of 11 charges, including felony child neglect, culpable negligence, and perjury. The attack, which is amongst the deadliest at a U.S. school, saw 17 people killed and 17 injured. Mr. Peterson is 60 years old, by the way. He put his head in his hands and began sobbing as the verdicts were read out.
60.
Yeah.
So what, they want a 60-year-old to run in there like Rambo.
This is it, yeah, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, America's a fake place, man. I'm convinced.
So after the verdict, Mr. Peterson told reporters that he would like to talk to the parents of the students who were killed.
Oh, he said he would?
Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah, he said if they need to really know the truth of what occurred, I'll be there for them.
Brave, man.
Yeah, man. But Tony Montalto, whose daughter Gina, God forbid, was one of the students murdered, said he continued to blame Mr. Peterson for not trying to stop the shooting. So
said what?
So the dad of one of the girls
was blaming
him, Yeah.
So what about the actual shooter? What about...
What about the rest of everyone else on the team?
You know,
what about the other sheriffs in town?
But it's happening too often over there, though, no? The whole
it's too mad.
school shooting up. Just wake up on a Monday and
just
pissed off.
It's terrible, man.
Head down to your local school. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sick.
But the dad was speaking to the reporters, and he basically said, this is what he said anyway, his inaction contributed to the shock, the devastation of students and teachers at that school. We don't understand how this jury looked at the evidence that was presented and found him not guilty. All I can say to the members of the jury is, I think your school should hire him to protect your children.
He's grieving. He's a grieving father, innit? So I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
Yeah, exactly.
But granddad shouldn't meet with that parent. I'm not gonna meet with you if you're gonna just cuss me to my face.
Everyone else, but not that one.
Everyone else, but not that one.
Next headline is basically there will be a major expansion in training places for health staff in England under a historic 15-year plan to fill NHS staffing shortages. It includes more university places for medical and nursing students and a greater emphasis on apprenticeships with the first ever scheme for doctors. A consultation on whether 5-year medical degrees could be shortened by a year will also be launched. So you could do it in 4, man. The plan has taken more than a year longer to be published than expected, but during that time, the NHS has been beset by strikes, as we all know, with a dispute with doctors still continuing. Pay does not feature in the plan. Instead, it focuses on how much training places need to increase. Currently, half of new doctors and nurses have been recruited from abroad, as the UK supply route has struggled to keep up with the demand. 1 out of every 10 posts remain unfilled, which is more than 110,000 vacancies. And without action, this could rise, this is what they're projecting, this could rise to 360,000 by 2037. And the last headline, this is, I don't know why I'm smiling, but anyway, this is not linked to it, but it just made me think of the whole submersible thing. But in the other direction.
Okay.
So basically, Sir Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic rocket plane.
I see that.
Yeah.
Where's it going to the sky?
That's exactly where it's going. I think it's already gone. Anyway, it's carried customers to the edge of space, and this is the first commercial flight. Right? So the 70-minute mission was purchased by the Italian Air Force and the Italian National Research Council. The Unity vehicle, has done it. It's climbed 279,000 feet, which is 85 kilometers over the New Mexico desert before gliding back down to Earth. The mission took off from Spaceport America at around 8:30 local time, which is like 2:30 our time, and was live streamed around the world. So Richard Branson himself, he took up the seat aboard that plane in 2021. So he's one of those guys that, didn't just design it and stay at home, innit?
Ain't it like 450 bags?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so basically 450 bags, so just for you to not, you might not come back, basically.
Yeah, but this is more safer than the other thing.
What?
That's what they tell you, man.
What? Space is safer than the water?
Do you know what my issue is, yeah? If you want to go, come back, don't come back, that's your business. For me, I feel like you're exposing yourself to like foreign particles. I really believe these people are bringing back diseases.
Foreign particles.
They're bringing back foreign things.
I'm not gonna lie.
That we're not meant to have here on Earth.
I'm expecting Venom to come back in one of these shuttles at one point because you can't keep coming up, going back and forth, and you think nothing's gonna happen.
Our braces us for another lockdown, mate. If you keep poking it and going into oceans and going into space and going to these places that God did not say we should be placed.
Yeah.
You're bringing back stuff that is foreign to your body that your body can handle. Some people can handle hay fever, and
yeah.
you think
weak genes.
the air up in Mars is where you want to be breathing.
Wouldn't it be more cleaner than that though?
You can find out.
Why? I really think if we were meant to fly, we'd have wings. I'm just saying that there's planes up here everywhere. You don't want to go space, go here. Come on, man, just relax. You got feet, walk around, and be easy.
Oh, they said
You
they didn't
do
want to
that,
walk.
You know what I'm saying?
They told them to walk. They didn't want to walk.
Yeah, for real.
it.
Gina tried to help him. innit?
Swear.
Gina,
Can't win.
Gina is gonna help the 99%, please. Oh,
There you go,
is
there you go.
it me?
And Fernand basically said that you should have been a bit more inclusive.
In
Oh,
what?
and cruel, innit?
Cruel.
I saw.
No, but they'll tell you. Excuse
What do you mean
me.
cruel?
I don't want
Maybe
to. I don't want to
walking
use my
is a bit
knees.
too-
Don't tell me to use my knees. That's what they're gonna
So
tell you.
basically, maybe I should have called or slid on my belly.
Yeah, but the people. That's the thing, though.
Just
People will be
slide on
like,
your
yeah,
back.
but.
Slide on my back. No, back.
No, but then the bellyless,
it's not-
girls
it's not
say
flat.
you're not inclusive of them.
Yeah.
So you say crawl, they say,
Sure,
okay,
but
what about
what?
people that want to use their hands instead? You say use your feet, they say, yeah, but I don't want to use my feet.
You know, we should just
Always
all
something.
roll. We should just all
Just
lie
roll,
down.
yeah.
Like,
Roly
roll
poly thing.
The funniest part of me, I was telling Brett yesterday that was Nigerian Twitter. When I said they make me laugh, yeah.
What are they saying?
Because there's some people that was like, oh, she didn't get this by blah, blah. And then there's people that were like, first of all, it doesn't even concern you. Our roads are not safe enough for you to be doing.
My dear.
For you to be doing 18K. That's before you do 1K.
You end up in
Before
a
you do
gutter.
1,000. You end up in a gutter.
man.
Your trainers, you've stepped on some foolishness.
It's a lot of stuff. You know.
They're like, you just need to mind your business and stay in your own political problems. Because this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Real.
It is a lot, yeah, but do you know what I realised that helps me? If I manage to clock like 13 or 12 in the gym or like via walking or whatever,
yeah,
everything else I just manage,
Yeah.
I'll do throughout the
In
day.
and around,
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, because I do classes as well, and my classes are like movement classes.
Yeah.
So that will help.
All that helps, innit? No, but I just meant as in like 18K to being on Nigerian roads.
Oh.
Like, that's,
Baby, I can't
asking
even do
for
1,000.
trouble.
But I
steps.
feel like if you have a job that requires, I think, okay, if you have an office job and you're at a desk,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be hard.
When I go to
And
the
with
office, I
that,
clock a lot more steps
you
than
have
when
to
I'm at
be,
home.
you have to be intentional. If you work from home, you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But this is the thing. There's things you can do. Like if you commute to work and you take a train, get off a stop earlier or 2 stops earlier and walk. Like there's so many. Do you get what I mean? There's just so many other ways to get it in.
Yeah.
And my thing is just make it part of your lifestyle. Don't make it feel like it's. I'm going to Central tomorrow. I'm walking, not from my house, but I'm parking somewhere and I'm
And then you're
walking.
gonna
I'm
walk,
walking to Regent Street,
There you go.
like for over an hour. Because I need to clock the steps. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. You have to be intentional about it.
I'm going to start doing that. 'Cause I remember when we talked about it last time, and I said about I want to wake up like even earlier.
Yeah.
Because it's so nice. Like, and I was doing it for meditational reasons and just the zen of it all. But because it's summer and it's like really warm and stuff.
And it's cool, like if you go really early.
So nice. Because the roads are so quiet and it literally just feels so peaceful. But yeah, man. Let's get into some tea. Let's get into Word on Road.
Yeah, but why did Rich just say that Gina and Emmanuel have weak genes?
Why does we got weak genes? Oh.
Yeah, you said
No, I
people
said
with hay fever
the
have
hay
weak
fever.
genes.
I said the hay fever's part of weak genes.
See?
I have hay fever.
It's a joke, though, man. Why are you like? What's up?
No, but
big man?
Emmanuel,
It's a LOL.
son,
What's
how
up,
you
big
letting this
man?
talk
Sorry,
like this?
sorry. Forgive me. Next time I'll say LOL after I talk. Sorry.
It's alright.
I'm
LOL.
Really pulled me up on that. That was like 10 minutes ago, bro.
I didn't even hear it.
I
I didn't even hear it.
Are you right over there, bro?
Brent is a very cheeky mood.
I felt offended.
Give me some milk, man.
Never mind.
Just saying, he needs some milk.
Oh, he needs some milk. All right, so you guys remember the Astro World incident that happened?
No.
All right, let me tell you about it. In 2021, the 5th of November,
He can't remember anything from that time, remember?
because got hay fever.
No.
Get
2021 was your extra.
Please.
You said you can't remember. Come on, you gotta stay.
I don't know what the
Stay woke.
You know what it is? I honestly don't know what the film's called. I know why am I being badgers for this? What is going on?
You're consistent.
I mean, I would be honest. I would think that you would have a list of films that you're in.
Nah, I don't remember.
When
I
you
don't-
have your
I don't
Little
remember the
Mermaid
film.
type film, then it's like, oh, this is where I started. This is how
don't-
my journey started.
Yeah, well, anyhow.
I think you should start a list.
Maybe not.
You wouldn't. Anyways, right? So 5th of November 2021, the year you don't remember, an Astro World concert festival happened. Travis was like the headliner. Drake was there as well.
Yeah,
and the overcrowding, people flooded and went in, and that caused a whole stampede and a whole mess.
Someone passed away, no?
10 people died.
Yeah.
10 people died.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, so basically they've got civil lawsuits and they had criminal charges against I was going to call him Michael Scott. What's his name? Travis Scott, sorry. But anyway, he hasn't been found guilty. He's the jury declined to charge him with any criminal charges, but he's still got the civil lawsuits. One of them's been settled. Not unsure how much for, but he's still got the civil lawsuits, which I think is fair. I think that's fair because you do have a right to make sure the right things are in place, blah, blah, blah. Whether the money's come from him directly, Kylie, or what's it called? The label, whoever it is, I think there is that. There's a duty of care when people come to your shows and all that kind of stuff that should be taken. But criminally, that makes sense actually when I think about it. It does make sense. But anyways, yes, sadly 10 people passed away. And his lawyer said it's a great relief that this is the verdict that's been reached. And he also said, because there's a lot of rumours out there, which I said before we started recording, that allegedly he encourages his fans to like act bad and break rules and whatever, which is why a lot of them burst in. They didn't buy the tickets, they burst in because they're going to break rules and follow their leader. But his legal rep said he never encouraged people to do anything that resulted in other people being hurt. He says Travis is not responsible. Bringing criminal charges against him will not ease their pain. Yikes. Say that. But anyways, so that happened. In good news, fantastic news, Naomi Campbell has welcomed her second child and her first son.
Congrats.
How beautiful. Yeah. So she posted on Instagram yesterday. She said, "My little darling, know that you are cherished beyond measure and surrounded by love from the moment you graced us with your presence. A true gift from God. Blessed. Welcome, baby boy." Then she said, #mom of two. And she said, it's never too late to become a mother. And it's just absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to Naomi Campbell. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. What else have I got? Oh, Nicki Minaj has announced all her album details. So I'm going to listen to this. I'm hoping, this is kind of like what I said about Drake yesterday. I like when people take some time away and come back with some goodness. So hopefully she said what she's coming with is going to make sense. So she said, "Dear Barbs, I've been trying to find the right time to tell you this for a few days due to some really exciting news that I'll share with you guys at a later date. I've shifted the album date just a tad bit. Trust me, it will be well worth the wait. But since I am shifting the date just a tad, I'd like to give you guys a tiny sip of some more album tea so that I don't have to get cussed out." Because the Barb's really cussed her. It's ridiculous. So her album, my new album will be released on the 17th of November of this year. And it's going to be called Pink Friday 2. And that's why I have time for it. Because if it can do what Pink Friday did, that'd be lit. Because that Queen album didn't do nothing. She says, "I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for the years of support and love you guys have given me. At times, maybe I didn't even deserve all that you have poured into me. Nonetheless, you will love this album. I will give tour details closer to the time. But obviously, the tour will start around the first quarter of 2024. And she says she'll share the cover of the album later on. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope this is I don't like being that fan. It's like the old Nicki. But I really do want the old Nicki back because the new Nicki is just nothing but Agbaya. And I'm just embarrassed to be supporting such. My last news.
Can I quickly piggyback off that album release? So J Hus released the details for his album.
Okay.
Yesterday.
I saw with the Idris Elba kind of.
I didn't see the video.
It's a video, but I think the audio is Idris.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, like spoken words.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. So yeah, the album's called Beautiful and Brutal Yard. Baby is the acronym, but yeah. Beautiful and Brutal Yard. So he released the title, he released the cover. It's like a globe with houses, 2 houses, and one of the houses looks like it's burning. It's kind of artistic. It's similar to his first album cover, to be fair, in a way. Features, you got Drake, Naira Marley, Georgia Smith, Burna Boy, CB, Vils, Popcorn, 19 tracks, 1 hour, 3 minutes long. And it is out on the 14th of July. So
2 weeks.
2 weeks time. And he announced a tour as well. It was like, I think like 5 dates. He's doing O2 back to back.
Really? 5 days to O2?
No, sorry. No, he's doing a tour, but O2 is a part of
It's
it.
one of the, okay,
So
that's
two.
sick.
Yeah. Do you think
Has he ever done the
do you
O2?
think he could do 2 O2 dates back to back?
Has he got 2 O2 days?
Yeah.
I think he could.
I think he
Very
could.
good.
Yeah.
I think good.
Especially because he ain't been about for a minute.
No.
So I think the hype.
It definitely will.
As long as the album's good, and I'm assuming that it will be.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's not released a bad project in my opinion. So
Yeah, I think, that's sick.
Yeah.
That'd be his first O2 show, innit?
I don't really keep track of
I
what he's
don't know.
doing.
The
He's
last
done
time,
the
last
same
time was at O2 was with Drake when he came out of jail and no one knew he was out.
Oh.
And he did that surprise. That was lit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my last bit of news for you, of tea for you guys, is Ekin Su and Davide have broken up, man. They've broken up, but contracts done.
Hello.
He was like,
Exactly.
Contracts done, man. He didn't even wait for.
I'm not gonna lie.
Contract's done,
I'm
yeah.
surprised. I'm surprised they even lasted this long. To be fair, I wasn't buying it.
I'm
how long's
shocked.
it been? Like a year and a half? Year and a bit?
Over a year,
11
innit?
months.
Oh.
11 months.
Do you know what I think? Because do you know what's always funny is during Love Island, yeah, whoever it was that was this is how you know the real people, because the couples that were on before tend to break up around this time. Because we're going into Casa Amor now, so we're nearly at the end. We're nearly at the finish line. Do you get what I mean? So the contract is definitely up, and obviously she's the winner and whatever. I'm not that I'm glad because heartbreak stinks, but if this is for the best, then yeah, because he's cheated on her, been cheating on her.
Who?
Davide.
Andy? Huh? Is that hearsay or rumor or what?
No, it's facts.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Crazy.
He's cheated and stuff like that anyway. So if this can break sis free, then sis to freedom. But he posted on his Instagram. Of course, it will be him to post. I say men talk too much sometimes. He says, Ekin Su official and I are no longer together. I'm grateful for the memories and opportunities. Why won't you be grateful? When she's the one who won. Anyway, I'm grateful for the memories and opportunities we shared together, and I wish her nothing but the best. I would like for everybody to respect this decision during this difficult time. I will continue to support Ekin in any way possible. Davide.
Someone cites opportunities as one of the reasons why you just told this is a business.
Yeah, honestly.
Actually,
Like,
I said that-
opportunities, you know.
Opportunities.
And he's Italian, so you know he's real, like, factual and real with it.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't they meant to have a show coming out and
I
about
think
this guy
so,
and it
yeah.
got cancelled? Did it?
That was they didn't have it. And it was going to show them they're going to go around some countries or something like that. Maybe they didn't do it.
right. Definitely.
Because this was booked and busy. Dude, he didn't, I don't know what he had. He didn't have anything.
Yeah, I know.
Went
But
for
I feel like
cocktails.
9 times out of 10, though, it's always the women that do better, though.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Generally speaking.
it is, yeah.
They're the ones that will get the brand deals. And there's so many options, like,
'Cause
in
they're more
terms of
marketable
brands.
as well, yeah.
So I feel like women always come out better
Yeah.
than the men.
So big up Ekin, man. You can get yourself a nice Turkish man that will treat you like the queen that you are. All right, that's it for me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about, is some good news. The average household bill is looking to be reduced by £426, man. So, end of last year, I was talking about the off-gem cap, how they raised it to like 3,000 something. Well, they're moving that average cap down now. So basically, it's gonna. They've dropped the maximum amount that a supplier can pretty much charge for each unit of gas and electricity. So effectively, obviously, it should bring everyone's bill down, right? So based on the average consumption of households in the UK, most people are going to be seeing their bills reduced by like 17%. So if you were basically paying about 2,500 every year, it'll go down to about 2,000. So it's something, you know what I'm saying?
Little wins.
You know what I'm saying? It's still something. W.H. Smith. I've got a few things to talk about, but I'll be very quick. W.H. Smith, they're saying they're not going to be opening any more UK high street stores, man.
I'm not surprised.
W.H. Smith.
Yeah, W.H. Smith.
I mean, do we need any more?
They're old school like
This
Woolworths.
is it.
I have a
When was the last time
theory
they
about
opened a new one anyway?
Yeah.
Exactly. But what they're basically saying is they're going to be focusing on the airports and train stations.
Which makes sense, I think.
It does make sense. I picked up a book on my last trip. To be fair.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking to open shops in the US as well. And in
Really?
Europe, yeah.
But they don't want to open on here.
No, they don't see the
They've
point.
got,
on
you
the
know,
high street.
W. Smith is actually like everywhere.
Pretty for you.
When you're local, They're an interesting bunch.
Yeah. The CEO guy or the representative was basically talking. Basically, we've got a very healthy high street business in the UK, but we've got no ambitions to grow that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've got 550 UK high street stores, and opening more would just be a duplication. So you don't see the point, man. There's no real, return. And MPs, this is about football here, and MPs are basically saying that the Premier League, right, and the English Football League, they should urgently agree on sharing more revenue with clubs that are further down the football pyramid.
100%.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? They're basically saying that the MPs want an increased strategic redistribution from all leagues down to the grassroots. Why? Because they want to safeguard the long-term stability of football in this country. You know what I'm saying? And what they pretty much said is, they said unless the football authorities get their act together, this is the chair, Dame Caroline Dinenage. She basically said unless the football authorities get their act together soon on agreeing a fairer share of revenue, we risk more clubs collapsing with the devastating impact that can have on the local communities as well. So it's in the best interest of everyone involved to get this sorted ASAP. Also, I wanted to mention, I don't know if people are stealing more. I don't want to say people are stealing more.
100%.
Was he living in it?
100%. I was in a petrol station a month ago.
Are you coming to incriminate yourself? Or?
No, I could never do that. I'm smarter than that. Anyhow, I was in a petrol station. I was in a petrol station about a month ago, getting petrol with someone, and I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, someone literally just left the petrol station with petrol, like just."
But they'll find you there.
Yeah, but that's too easy though. It's like they've got your registered, like
That's so annoying. That's a silly crime.
Yeah,
That's
but
a petty crime.
the person must have at least
there
done
was
that
change.
fake plates or something, kind of thing. But I didn't know people were still doing that, and I was like, you know what, cost of living crisis, man.
Yeah, man. But it even goes to something smaller than that. You know that Dairy Milk chocolate bars? They're now going to be in those security.
What? No
It's
way.
expensive though.
For what?
It is expensive.
That is a waste of security. What?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
You're in security
Of
tags.
all the things you want to secure, the
To be fair
chocolate.
though,
Get out of there, man.
Dairy milk is one of the elites
Get out of it, man.
of the chocolates
That is a
in the chocolate
waste.
industry. So I get it. And it is expensive.
It's not better than Snickers.
It is. Kind of.
It's not better than Mars bar.
What's that? What's a better
Dairy milk. Huh?
Dairy Milk's a better Snickers.
Yeah, as in that. You know, like, it's just dairy milk.
I like
Yeah, of
plain
course
dairy
not.
milk though.
You say,
That's
cool,
a
so
plain
it is, or
snack.
it's not.
No, Snickers is better than Dairy Milk.
See, look. Snickers is better. It's just dairy milk. It's plain. There's nothing to it.
Then you can get the ones with the nuts.
they got
as well.
better
Yeah, but
ones.
this,
Yeah,
that
but
one.
you're talking about just the Dairy Milk
Yeah,
plain
just the
chocolate, or you're talking
plain-
about
plain-
talking about whole
plain-
nut? You're talking about whole nut though. Whole nut's
plain-
different.
No,
Thank
plain,
you.
even plain is better than Snickers.
No way.
Relax,
Snickers
man.
is the goat of Snickers.
You need to sip that coffee.
You said it's the
or something,
goat.
man.
Of chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not listening to your opinion. on
Well,
chocolates.
what-
That ain't it.
No, but Mountain Dew, we're here though, so you can't chat to me.
Not on this chocolate situation.
Yeah, but you know that I know my
Everything
thing.
else.
Yeah, man. They're trying to put them in them security things, man.
That's so dramatic.
What? What shop is this?
Which one's
This
this?
is in the co-op.
They need to just.
It's gonna be the ones you get. Yeah, but co-op
Cold
so everything for like
bougie
£10.
anyway, man. Them man taking a piss. They need to quit.
Whatever it's probably Tesco selling for £1.50, co-op probably selling for like £7.50. They should put it in there. 'Cause I would
Co-op,
steal
you
from
know.
that. That's ridiculous.
Sorry,
You steal from co-op.
can we just
Why
What
not?
of all places?
It's convenient.
What of all
shop.
people were stealing from Sainsbury's,
Nah,
Tesco's,
co-op is
Co-op
easy
is
stealing.
Mr. Singh's shop on the corner.
Have you
No,
been to co-op?
co-op.
Have you been to co-op?
What if
Some
it's the
bullshit,
what if it's local to you? I don't get it.
No, but you know co-op, when you go to a co-op,
Why would you
yeah,
steal from your local anyway?
No,
That's your
when-
bait. Like what?
No, but
Ain't they
when
gonna
you go
cock you at some
to when
point
you
in
go to a
time?
Sainsbury's or supermarket, yeah, there's like members of staff around. Every time I go to the co-op that's
There's
near
no
my
one
house,
there.
there's nobody there. And when they're behind the whatever the kiosks, they've got to unlock hella bolts to come out.
Yeah.
By the time I'm already halfway down the road, I'm eating the Milky Bar or whatever bar it is.
But the crazy thing is, though, let me be honest. If I'm thinking about it, if I worked on a shop, if someone's stealing, it's
ain't
not
doing
my
that.
own. I ain't
It's not
doing
my
Yeah, I'm
nothing.
not doing that.
I thought about that when we
I'm
talked about the chef
voting
yesterday.
what?
You know?
Yeah, why would
It's
I?
not my dad's
I'm not
company
doing that.
for someone to come and stab me.
When I used to work
It's
at
alright.
next year, I
People
would
are
see
mad.
people. But I'm just like, I can't bothered. Because first of all, you're on the other side of the shop. I've got to walk down there. I ain't got time for this. But then I didn't know about Gina steps. So I'm not doing it. I just let them.
One
That's what it is.
auntie from Tesco's saw me trying to steal a bag. She came over. Make sure you scan it.
I'm back.
Like, don't kill me.
Slap the 30p on there. I looked at her like, fuck it.
Like, move, man.
I took the bag. She's on it, but I scrunched up in my hand.
Oh, but do you know what? I didn't know.
What, making like you came from home?
You actually make me sick. You make me sick.
That's ridiculous.
You even did strategy. Okay, guys.
Old.
I don't shop in Sainsbury's, yeah. But I went to Sainsbury's. I didn't know that, like, obviously to come out of self-checkout, you have to scan your receipt.
No, what? No, you don't.
Oh yeah, you do now. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean come out?
Yeah, basically,
Yes.
yeah.
What?
Exactly.
When you come out of that
Because people
section
have been
to then
stealing.
leave, yeah, there's like some barriers.
It's a
there.
barrier. And you
Yeah,
have
you
to
gotta
scan
scan
your
your
I'll be
receipt.
honest with you guys.
A
It's an East
barrier?
thing.
Yes.
It's not a barrier.
It's an East thing.
I went
No,
to a
it's not.
Sainsbury's
No, it
today.
is. It's not around my
like,
head.
Because I asked my friend who lives in he lives in Dartford, to be fair, and he was just like, yeah, it's like the players.
Even in
I was
Dartford,
so
in Kent.
confused, yeah. So obviously I don't shop in Sainsbury's, but I needed to get some stuff. I went in there, whatever. I've paid now. The barrier's there, and I'm like, what's going on? Da, da, da. You gotta scan your receipt.
Yeah, but
I
don't
said-
say like we all know that.
I
it's
said,
not a
oh,
new thing.
okay. I scanned the receipt and it opened, but I was like, this is new.
So first of all, yeah, sorry, I need
But
the people
apparently
that.
it's something that they're
I'm
building in.
confused.
No, but I need the people that fight for the papers' lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Because whenever it says, do you want me to, I say nope. And I just go.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't think about it. How are we going to save paper and save the trees?
Let me help you.
If we're
because-
scanning
no,
it.
I
let me
need to-
help you
no.
because you're really confused.
No,
you
no,
know
when
when
you
you
say
go to
the-
self-checkout,
Oh,
yeah?
yeah.
Obviously, it's like you go through like a little kiosk bit, right?
Sometimes.
Most times.
Wait, you're jumping over barriers. And
No, because
Sainsbury's.
I can tell you one where there's no
No.
barriers.
Don't
so-
think about petrol station kind
No,
of
no.
Sainsbury's.
Okay, yeah, please.
I'm thinking about supermarkets, not
Yeah.
like the
The big.
not the
okay.
expresses.
Okay.
Takeaway
yeah.
expresses. I'm talking about
Like the
actual
superstore.
superstores, yeah.
Yeah.
In most of them, obviously you got a line up and it goes into like a queue kind of system,
yeah.
right? And then obviously there's an exit where you go out of. There now they've placed barriers, so there's like barriers there that block you from leaving until you scan your receipt.
Okay.
But why?
Okay.
Oh, make sure you have a receipt.
One, to make sure you have a receipt, you actually paid for the stuff that you've
That's in your bag.
that's in your bags. I think
Yeah, but
it's
then I
to
can scan it, but buy a
it's to
steak
reduce
and still
the-
scan it.
I guess it's to reduce like
Theft.
But what if
yeah.
I came in, didn't find what I wanted, and wanted to leave?
So
No,
you
but
can't.
Then you wouldn't go through the kiosk.
Go through the
You
other
go through the
way.
normal, like the exit.
That's the Egypt thing.
No, but it's not going to help because what they should have is a way in, you know, the thing that weigh your fruits. That's what you should have because really and truly you can still like scan one thing.
No, but they do though.
I could buy it because you know people buy it. Sometimes people do. For
No, but they
apples.
do. Do you
Put
know how many
stuff in
times?
after.
There's times where like it's done based on weight though. Where
you
want your
even
scan-
if you scan something light and you
Yeah.
got something heavy, it will flag up that
Yeah,
there's an
it'll flag
error.
up,
Like they
flag
do
up.
that from early.
Yeah.
They clock that from
Fair,
early.
you got to just pick
So
like a
you got
Granny Smith and
it has to
but get a
be
pink lady.
similar weight. If it's off, they'll clock and someone will come over and then we'll start checking before they.
I hate when
I
they
mean,
do that
unless it's a
checking
person who
thing.
doesn't care, who
Yeah,
would just
exactly.
scan it and go about their business. But yeah,
Well, last thing I wanted to mention, guys, for anyone who is going to Nigeria or any of our Nigerian listeners, basically just wanted to warn you that some bottles of Sprite are contaminated.
What?
Yeah,
Laced
man.
With what?
Particles.
It would be Nigeria. What?
It's
Like,
laced, it's laced
how?
with gutter water.
How though? How did this happen?
Not too sure, man.
This
But,
don't make no sense.
but the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control basically said that particles have been found in 5 crates of the soft drink at shops and the production facility as well. So it's not clear what those particles are,
You know what's so funny, yeah?
but yeah.
For the next 10 years, Nigerians will not drink Sprite. That's one thing about them. If
You
one
say
thing
they
goes
won't?
on, they won't. Now that they know this happened, because obviously, how do you know which bottle it is?
The sales are
And then
gonna
this
go
is where
down.
the Chinese whispers or Nigerian whispers starts to happen. They'll be like,
Yeah.
they wanted to put these things in there. This is the juju people that
Yeah.
put it in there. So when you drink it, next thing you know, you just appear in some babalawo's shelf, and now you're naked, and now he's using you for spare parts. It's crazy. They're not drinking. They're boycotting Sprites. Coca-Cola, you might as well start multiplying the other productions.
Yeah, for real.
Them people ain't drinking Sprite until further notice.
Oh man, but
Crazy.
yeah, so some consumers online basically say that the announcement is too vague, and they're demanding more information.
What
The fact
more
that they're
information
consumers
do you
online.
need? What's the matter?
You think the guys in the Mama Put
Really get on my nerves, you know. What
I
more,
talk about
like-
online?
Yeah, imagine.
That's the Western kids. we have rights. So what else?
I
Man.
need more information. It's not enough.
Particles. What else do you want to know? What else do you want to know?
Don't mind them.
If they think Nigeria, I think what they want, is for them to get a sample bottle and for them to have a lab that tests what these particles are. Jesus will come back twice before it happens.
But that's it for the People's Journal.
Thanks. The camera's on you right now. I'm going to go around the room. What's the most elite chocolate?
Oh my God. Here we go. Elite.
Oh, man.
It should come straight to your head.
Lint.
No, I know you're chatting.
Which
wrong.
one?
Are you actually?
Which
Lint.
Wow, you're being serious.
Well, you don't think Lint's elite?
Lint is definitely up there.
Lint is elite, bro.
one? No, not the brand. Like,
What
chocolate,
actual
but it has
one?
different
Because there's
flavours,
better.
innit?
Well,
I've got
well,
mine.
the OG, the red one, is up there.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's up
But
there.
there's tons of other flavors I like too.
Yeah, I like the one with the nuts in it.
I don't think I'm meant to be part of this conversation.
Right,
I'm gonna be honest.
Is yours a bounty?
I'm okay. I'm not a chocolate babe, so I think that's why I'm very surprised that you said Lint. Because I'm thinking,
What would you go for?
What, bougie?
Yeah, it's very bougie.
What would you have said?
It is bad.
I don't eat chocolate like that. I'm generally not a chocolate
I
person.
love me some Lint, bro.
Really? Wow, you bougie, huh?
It's very good quality.
Not that I buy it all the
You
time,
didn't
but
say Twix, like.
Yeah.
no, but because he said
Snickers.
elite. Obviously, Snickers is my.
I'm not
is my
gonna lie,
favourite
I
time.
can't even give you elite because I'm such a basic person.
What is yours, please?
I
I'm
will
so
give you.
curious.
I'll give you Dairy Milk.
No, but Dairy
Dairy
Milk
milk is
good.
up there 100%.
Plain.
Do you know how much they invest in them little wrappers? Don't you see how it
Milk is
glistens in
not
the lights?
elite.
I like Dairy Milk, you know.
I'll
Dairy
give you,
Milk-
and I'm
Dairy
gonna
Milk's
give you
elite.
Dairy Milk plain.
The packaging.
I don't want
Yeah,
anything in it. Plain.
Yeah, I'm a plain. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Unless it's Oreo though. Oreo has me in
Oh,
choke cold,
girl.
as we know. But other than that,
Don't get me started.
I would say after that Snickers.
Snickers is up there. Snickers
And
is
do you know what
all
it
time.
is? It's because I
Three
like.
people say
It's because I
Snickers
like.
as
I
It
like
make no difference in
that
mine.
chocolate and nut
Say what I said.
blends.
Combo.
I love the chocolate and nut blends.
That's why I like Dairy Milk. Fruit and nut, though. I like fruit and nut. Because I love raisins, innit?
See, people like you. This is
You eat
why.
raisins in chocolate.
I like raisins.
You're definitely a fruit and nut again. I can tell you. Fruit and nut.
For sure. You eat
That's
like
right, your street.
fruitcake, innit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say yes with your chest like you're like a
diabolical.
Mr.
Yeah,
Brown.
like fruitcake. How about you not?
Fruitcake is
Fruitcake is
nice.
horrible.
Have you ever gone to a wedding and they serve fruitcake? I'm thinking,
Gina.
I'm like, are you not insane in the
Gina.
head?
Nah, he's not a rude.
You know, when I was a kid, yeah,
Fruitcake.
I vowed that if I get married, I'm never having fruitcake at my
Can I
wedding.
tell you the joke? I don't think I've even eaten it in my
hate
life.
it.
Never.
The smell, the look, it's not for me.
I
So
hate
you're
it.
knocking it before you try it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I've tried it and I'm knocking it still. So where do we go from here?
Like
It's nasty,
raisins
man.
are like
I
the
hate
tech. I hate the
raisins.
tech.
This is why you lot didn't like mince pies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mince
So
pies
again,
are
I
bad.
can't eat mince pies, but I'm a meat pie.
Every
don't
diabolical
trust
dish
you.
you like. Mince pies too.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't trust you,
Mince pies are not bad.
no,
Listen, I came from a country where we have meat pies.
bro.
So if you're to my meat, I'm sorry.
We can like both.
Can I be honest?
can't,
You know,
'cause it
when I
didn't
was
make sense
younger,
to
yeah,
me.
I even thought mince pies was like mince meat in a
I
pie.
thought that's what I thought
That's what I
it
thought.
What is mince
Imagine
pies
my
anyway?
shop.
Is it raisins? Just mashed up raisins?
No, it's is it raisins
Raisins and
and some kind of cranberry sauce.
Oh,
and
ew.
dead.
Nasty.
You couldn't pay me enough to
Jekyll
eat
J,
that.
that's what that is.
These are rude.
Nasty.
No, you're
Disrespect
rude.
and disrespect
You
to
are
the
rude
pies
for
and all
liking
that.
it.
Anyway,
How
your favorite
about
chocolate?
These are just rude.
Snickers.
I'm gonna go with I'll have a Snickers or Twix.
Twix is up there.
Twix
though.
is
Twix is
nice.
up there.
I like Twix.
None of you look like Maltesers. I think
I
when
love
growing up,
Maltesers.
Yeah,
But
growing up,
I
I
like
went
it when
through
it's
it.
cold though.
I went through when
Which
it's
one?
warm and it's like
What,
soggy,
you
it
talking
has to
about-
be cold.
I like it cold.
Yeah.
I like Maltesers.
And
I like the
crunchy.
Malteser bunnies. I like the Maltesers.
You talking about Maltesers or you talking about the celebration Maltesers? Because that's a different
No, I'm not
conversation.
talking about that.
Those are Maltesers.
That's,
talking
that's
about-
way better though.
No, I prefer the
The
proper
ones,
like.
the ones in celebrations,
They slap.
those are the best.
But you know what's
those are
nice
nice.
though? Because they started with celebration and they went branched into like a
Yeah,
whole bar of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I feel like the whole bar is sickening. I like the little teas of, just a little one.
Peanut lime bar.
Get the camera off him.
Lion.
What is that? Lime.
Ooh.
Peanut
no,
lime
no,
bar
I'm not with
is
you.
cold. What?
I used to
I'm
love
not with
lime
you,
bar.
I'm
You
not
don't know
with
about
you.
peanut?
It always looks aggressive to me. You know, like the whole Yorkie
Wow.
not for girls thing. It just
Oh
looks so
my.
I love
intense.
it. I love the Yorkie.
I like a Yorkie though.
Yorkie is
Pure
serious.
chocolate.
Peanut lime bar is
But lime
cold.
just, I'll be honest, it looks like those funky, cheap energy drinks, but chocolate form. So it always put me off.
Yeah, these are just being disrespectful.
You know those energy drinks in the grey
Does
bottles?
anyone like? When we talk about white chocolate, I really like Milky Bar.
I don't like white chocolate.
Milk bar's alright.
When I was small,
I love
used
it, but I like the buttons though, as opposed to the bar.
I like my favourite, mine would have been, is Ferrero Rochers.
Ferocious is cold.
I understand.
I feel like that's such an African
Elite stuff.
Yeah, Ferocious is so African.
I love it.
It is. It's proper African, isn't it? All the aunties, and you have the little
like
the box, Christmas time.
They look at that like the top tier gift.
Yeah.
Oh, they love that as a gift. It's a gift.
Top tier gift.
Am I pretty?
Morning.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Who is this? What's
How
your name,
you lot?
please?
Go on.
My name's Daniel, first time caller. But I watch from time to time.
Pick up you.
And yeah, I want to shout out you lot, Just G and Youth. I've been watching Meet Us After 7 from the beginning.
Love.
And Brent's a legend. Like,
Oh wow, okay. Fanfare.
But yeah. But obviously, you lot are taking me on a nostalgia trip right now. I'm born in 94, and I remember in primary school, do you know Walker's Crisp?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you had to like post something through like a letterbox? He used to bring something to there was like a red letterbox, you post the thing inside the crisp inside the post box, and you'll get like a football thing or something. I can't even remember. Don't you lot remember that?
Is it the ones? Is it when they had like those things where it's like there's like a gold thing in there or something that you have to find?
Yeah,
the competitions, they were lit.
I don't remember that.
They were lit.
Do you remember Golden Wonder?
Yeah, I remember Golden Wonder as well.
Yeah.
That was the coldest Christmas. And Calypso before it turned to some sugary drink.
Yeah, Golden Wonder slapped.
Monster Munch?
But yeah, you lot just took me down nostalgia lane.
You did like Monster Munch.
Monster Munch was alright.
You did like Monster Munch?
Not really.
Really?
It's alright, man, but I needed
love
more.
Monster Munch.
I'll bite into it and it feels like there's this air.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I just
I
like
like
That's me though.
I banged pickled onion.
Thank
Thank you, Han.
Thanks for the call, man.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
a proper basic crisp that I proper love though? Hula hoops, don't ask me why.
I love hula hoops.
And I would legit put them on my fingers.
Yes, I do that.
I haven't had that for years.
But the
man.
original.
Yeah, only the original.
Only the original.
When
I
you
had
start
it
giving me
yesterday.
flavours,
Have
it's
you had the
annoying.
spicy one?
No.
The spicy one's actually decent.
I literally went into the shop and I just want hula hoop. I didn't get the whole pack. I said, hey, have some respect.
Oh, were
to
you
you.
just talking
Just
about a
got the
normal
one.
letterbox when you said that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they had like little competitions and stuff like that.
He described it like it was some next thing, but it was just a letterbox, a red letterbox.
So
Wait, he didn't say red.
So if you guys have only enough money for one chocolate, what chocolate are you buying?
Oh, how can I forget my favourite? Mini eggs. But it's only
Get out of it, man. You're
Go
not
away,
buying
man.
me. Move.
First of all, I didn't say I was buying that. First of all, please mastermind.
You're not. I'm not being
No, wait a minute. I didn't say I was
You're not
buying
buying them.
that. Excuse
Mini
me, sorry.
eggs.
You're not
I
buying
didn't say
them.
I was buying that. I just said, how could I forget? But
He
I
just
love
said,
mini eggs.
if you had money for one, what you buying? And you were like,
No, but
X, Y, Z.
First, everyone knows that my
We've been-
thoughts do not align with what's
We've
going
been
currently
talking
going on
about
in the room.
this for about 10 minutes.
And that's
not
why
once
I said,
have you mentioned it.
And that's why I said, I've got
Shame
time.
on you.
I've got time today. I said, how could I forget mini eggs? I love mini eggs.
Mini
Mini eggs are nice.
dead.
It's the
Nah, man,
favourite
mini
thing
eggs are
ever.
nice.
Man, mini eggs,
are nice,
no
man.
way.
And I had some mini eggs cookies
Mini eggs ain't
today,
in the top
this,
5.
This year. I can't say where I got them from.
They don't even make top 10.
What's that? Mini eggs?
Yeah. Did they make top 10?
No, hell no.
You're
See?
classless.
Classless,
Yeah,
Mini
maybe.
classless. You have no shame.
But I'm truthful.
I love
do you know
mini
what I mean?
eggs so much. Like it takes me back to childhood.
Mini
I love it
eggs.
so.
I
Since I
love
was a
mini
kid,
eggs,
it's my
No one here
favourite
has
thing.
mentioned mini eggs, though. Not
I
once.
look forward to Easter every year.
This is like an honourable mention. That's what that is.
No, it's not even an
I
honorable
love it,
mention.
man.
It's a no mention.
I love it so much.
Liking
I used to
mini
wait.
eggs is like
I
liking
literally
Jaffa
look
cakes.
forward to Easter. When I see
wait
it, I'm
till
like,
after.
oh,
I wait
it's the
till
season.
after.
That pagan
You know when
holiday.
they're selling for like
Yeah,
60p? That's when I get them.
I love mini eggs so much.
No, I'm not.
I have mini eggs mugs and everything.
Really?
I got merch.
I got merch, but it's not for mini eggs though.
So I got merch.
So what are you guys choosing?
Yeah, what are you buying?
Probably Snickers, you know. Snickers is my all time.
So either Snickers or peanut lime
It's
bar.
my all time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, there's
But
snacks back there. Can
do
you give
you-
me one?
do you-
Yes,
You guys
Greg, can I
say?
have one?
No, I'm gonna say there's one chocolate that's had me in a chokehold a little bit for the past couple of years.
What's that?
Dime bar.
I don't mind dime bar.
Dime bar is cold,
These
you know.
chocolates just sound cheap and. I love
Dime bar?
that.
Have you ever had a dime bar?
The dime bar's not cheap.
I have.
No, dime bar's cold, man.
I don't know. Isn't it DAIM or something
Hi,
like
good
that?
morning.
Yeah.
They changed it. Good morning, caller.
TDA, what's going on, man? Straight out the 850. It's your boy. Tallahassee Joe, man. You already know, man.
Not you. He's a rapper.
It's your boy Tallahassee Joe, man. You already know, man.
Oh, shut up, man.
I ain't about to say much. Just 3 questions. Get 'em out this section, yeah. What happened?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on.
I ain't got nothing but an intro, nigga.
Wait, see,
What the fuck you niggas talking about?
This guy's so
Hey, Mawams. I'm eating sweets right now. Mawams, isn't it, bruv? Do you know what's epic as well?
At 10:30.
At 10:30. You need to do this.
Bro, I am.
At 10:30 in the morning. You're crazy.
Bro, you got the sweetest tooth. No, you talk, Yusuf.
Yeah, I got a sweet tooth, but I'm not eating sweets at this time. It's too early for sweets.
Oh. You ain't had no sweets on Brent's little dresser right now?
Since I've been in TDA. No, I don't eat sweets in the morning. I eat sweets after 12 only.
Fucking this Ramadan for sweets, nigga?
No, sweets ain't something for sweets in the morning, man.
Actually,
I said Ramadan for sweets.
Say the more. Memory lane, though. Do you know what's my new sensation right now? I'm going for the little, I think I told you the other day, the carrot cake and what's the other one? And the Jamaican style thing. The carrot cake, the bun cake, and banana cake. That's my little.
That slaps.
I thought you were going to say bun and cheese.
Bun and cheese.
Yeah, bun and cheese.
Bun and cheese.
No, bun and cheese is a staple, but the lower 2 abs, you have to reduce the cheese.
The what? What did you say?
He said I had to lower it because the lower 2 abs.
The lower 2 abs. When you eat too much cheese, it can cause friction.
You're actually
say friction.
Hey, Brent, I'm free next week. Come out, pull up.
Please do.
No, we need him money. You know, he's too funny.
I'm out, you're not getting the right. Yeah, what day is good? I'm doing a tour still.
You doing a tour? You're on a promo tour?
Yeah. Podcast Pappy. Don't know.
Love that for you. Love that for you.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Make sure you come next week.
Probably.
We're gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, man.
Well, your
Pick today. As long as it's not Monday. I'll say Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now I've got the whole week off.
Do Friday, please, because I'll be here. Thank you so much.
Friday.
You will have to stand there. There's no room in the inn.
It's fine.
You said for real.
You can know. It's okay.
Esther, you know Esther, the seat you're sitting in right now is mine. So it's you that I'm doing the standing.
Pardon?
The seat you're sitting in right now, Esther, that's mine. So please, would you not?
Me?
Is
it Esther?
Oh, Esther seat. Oh.
Esther, that's my little toilet seat. We can duke it out, rock, paper, scissors. Don't mind.
Just go away.
Literally.
It's so annoying.
All right, cool. That's me out of here. Let me go make some breakfast, bruv.
We have breakfast after sweets.
That's what I'm saying. Breakfast after sweets.
Hey, you don't get me wrong. I know I'm not the only one.
Ridiculous.
Come on. Hey, it's your boy.
Quick question.
Man, you already know, man. Yeah.
Question. Do you still have that stupid ugly nail?
I do.
No,
right now.
He does. I saw him the other day and he had it.
It's not the pinky.
Yeah,
Not
man.
the pinky. Not you, Sid.
No, you didn't deep it, bro. The left hand was in the pocket.
What's that?
The left hand was in the pocket. You didn't deep it.
No, I saw it.
Ew.
Oh,
just the one nail, but on both hands.
Why?
No, on one.
Why?
On the left. The right is catching up. Though.
Sorry, Sid.
Yes, bro.
Hello. What's the purpose of that of the long nail?
Well, it does many things. So. It does many things. You know, I'll be honest. I'm a disgusting ass nigga. I'll be honest. Sometimes there be a booger right in the top bins. You gotta get it out that way.
Bye.
You are so annoying.
Oh man.
Boy, you got to. You got
eating sweets.
That's why.
Bro, the Mawam joint, bro. Cola flavor. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear my teams going off? Fucking hell, bro. These niggas is on to me. Fucking hell.
All right, babes.
All right,
see you next week.
All right, man. I'll leave it alone. Sorry about that. All right, say that.
In a bit.
Bye.
Thanks.
My friend. Come on, we're going. All right, what segment are we on? Okay, let's run through Sis What Would You Do quickly because this is... Are you going to redo it?
Can you do it again, please?
You said... Oh, you didn't put it on?
Time?
Never mind.
No.
I mean, it takes 2 seconds.
Shame.
That's all right.
Don't need you anymore.
No, it doesn't take 2 seconds. I have to put the
Oh,
title.
It's
really?
okay.
Okay, that's
No,
all
but
right.
you said something and it obviously you need correction.
It's all right. So anyway, hello. Hey, girls. Happy
Hey, girls.
Friday. I need help. I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year now, and I really love him. He's kind, funny, and we have a lot in common, but there's one thing that's been bothering me lately. My boyfriend is very close to his ex-girlfriend. They still talk on the phone every week, and they even hang out sometimes. I know that they're just friends, but it still makes me feel uncomfortable. I've tried to talk to my boyfriend about it, but he just says that I'm being insecure.
Okay.
He says that there's nothing going on between him and his ex and that I should trust him. I do trust him, but I still can't help but feel jealous. I know that's not fair to him, but I can't help it. I'm not sure what to do. Do I need to get over my jealousy or should I talk to my boyfriend? First of all,
I don't think that's jealousy.
it's not jealousy. Your man just needs to implement boundaries.
And it's not insecurity either.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I feel like you can still be friends with your exes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but within reason and boundaries.
Absolutely.
You don't need to speak to her every week. You don't need to see her. Like, you should create distance.
Yeah.
Just because I know that 9 times out of 10, if the shoe's on the other foot, it's not going to be. It's not
Oh,
going to be
it's not.
liked.
Now, you know
so
that.
I don't think it's a case of you getting over your feelings. I think you should let him know how you feel.
But the
And
thing is, though, he's ignoring how she feels. He's calling her insecure. That's a
him
red flag, by
not
the way.
respecting your boundary. Him not respecting your boundaries to me is
A red flag.
yeah, because I don't get how he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They might honestly still be chopping, to be fair.
To be
I think they
fair.
are,
That's a
but I
big-
didn't want to
big
put the one to
possibility.
that.
Right.
Let's just say they're not though, and this is
Okay, that's
a
why
good
I'm
friendship.
going off the back that they're not, and it's a really good friendship. I believe that distance should be created though, and I think that
You
they
gotta set
should be-
boundaries, man.
You have to set boundaries.
Like my male friends who have girlfriends and stuff, I don't call them past a certain time. Because it's rude. You just don't do them things. And I think if my partner expressed that something makes them uncomfortable, of course you can't, like, do you know what I mean? That there's certain things you can't entertain foolishness. But in my opinion, I don't think this is foolishness. If you're speaking to he's his best friend as well, speaking to her all the time, seeing her all the time, how are we going to get to be best friends?
And they hang out as
There's
well.
two, girl.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Locked, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think express your feelings to him again. If he's dismissive of it again, then you honestly got to think about whether you can do this long term. Because if he's not willing to change anything, then that means that this is the predicament you're in. Can you live with this and will you be fine with this long term?
And
or also be friends with her. Try and get
And
to
I
know
think
her.
also, I think what you said, Esther, though, also for the female friend, you have to use wisdom.
Yeah.
With me, again, when my male friends get partners, I take a step back and I create
Literally.
distance because I respect their relationship. And I know if I was the girl in the relationship,
want that.
I wouldn't want me being all up in their relationship. Do you get what I
Men
mean?
don't think like that.
No, I'm saying the girl.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So where you would
No, but
step
it-
back,
but it is though,
guys
the-
are not really...
But you know, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like the girl, because this is what sometimes men don't understand. The fact that the girl herself, as in the ex who's the best friend, for her, it's like, I know she's enjoying it. She's 100% enjoying it. And the thing is, because they're close already, yeah, he would have mentioned to her, like, oh, my girl has an issue, blah, blah, blah. She's 100% enjoying them and, like,
She knows.
she loves it. Do you get what I mean? So she's not going to have any shame. She's not like a shameless girl anyway.
Wait.
No offense.
you
So
said
she's
that-
going to be using that. Sorry, she's going to be using that to her advantage anyway. So that's why your man is the one you need to check, I guess. But I would also befriend the girl. Let's all be best friends.
That's dangerous in itself.
Why?
Because she might befriend the girl and then find out some stuff that she regret.
No, that's good though. We'll help her know what to do. Because right now she's just in a predicament that there's no
But
solution
even
for.
if she befriends the girl, yeah, the girl's loyalties are to her, the guy, innit?
100%.
So
Yeah,
within, so if she,
Unless she's befriending the girl to find out if she's lying about stuff.
No, I mean just befriend. Like just
befriend
get
has
to
to be
know
her friend, so that it's not awkward and you don't feel some type of way because
is
you've
it.
been around them and you have
Yeah.
a relationship with them. Your insecurities aren't as great because you know her. Do you understand what I mean?
And that's what I'm trying to
if
say.
you don't know her, you are going to
Your
feel a
mind's
lot
gonna
worse.
exactly.
Whereas if you're
Yeah.
around them enough, like, and you build a relationship with her, it might put you at ease a bit. But
Like, I'm not saying
ultimately,
be-
distance
yeah.
should be created regardless.
I'm not saying be best friends with her where, like, you know, you lot text each other all the time, but sometimes when the unknown makes things big in your head. When you get to know her and you see what she's like, you might have a class, she's probably linking, she's got a man of her own. Or what, do you know what I mean? Like, just to get to know what she's like. So be like, okay, do you know what? That might help alleviate your, how you feel anyway. But when you don't know her, your mind is going to be making up 1,000 things. They might not be sleeping together. They might actually just be cool friends or whatever. But again, he's not taking into account that you don't know her. So he knows why he's friends with her, but you don't know them and their dynamic. Do you know what I mean? So it might even be like a brother-sister relationship. You don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I personally think, like, I don't think your partner should dismiss your feelings like that.
The hanging out thing, though.
I don't think it's out of order. Sorry, I do think it's out of
hanging out
order.
where? Doing what exactly? Because you've done this before when you're in a relationship. And you're not in a relationship no more. But
So what more? Yeah.
You get what's...
That's what I'm saying. Boundaries. That one that I'm not here for. But it's not to say you can't still be friends and have and speak to each other.
No, but the dynamics with women and men are very... Like women will have a friend and then they think, oh yeah, this guy's cool, he'll do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. These times, my man's just waiting for his window of opportunity, like a burglar in the night.
Do you know what as well? What's interesting? Find out why they broke up. Did she dump him? So he, like you said, he's just lying in wait, waiting for her to change her mind one day and see clearer. But if they think where he'd left her because he didn't want to, he just for whatever reason. Yeah. But I think you've got quite a bit to think about. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next one, please.
I'm 25, female, in a relationship with a great guy, 25 male. We've been together for 2 years and I love him very much.
How people finding these men?
We're compatible in so many ways and I can see myself spending the rest of my life with him.
Not love.
The only problem is that he's not very ambitious. He has a good job, but he's not really passionate about it. He's content to just coast through life, and I'm worried that he's not going to reach his full potential. I've tried to talk to him about this, but he doesn't seem to see the problem. He says that he's happy with the way things are, and he doesn't want to change. I'm not sure what to do. I love him, but I'm not sure if I could spend the rest of my life with someone who's not ambitious. I'm torn between two options. Should I stay with him and hope that he changes? Or could I break up with him and find someone who's more ambitious? I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. I could really use some advice.
Not being funny, but you can't... If someone doesn't... want to aim for more, you can't make them.
100%.
And I think it's our order to force someone to do that.
Yeah.
I really think it's so bad to project your ambitions and your personal goals on other people. This man has told you he's content with the way he lives.
You have to accept
Contentment is next to godliness.
No, literally. If you're
sounds like a godly man to me. And he said he's content, so what's your problem?
You have to look at it like this. If he starts stepping out and doing stuff that he doesn't want to do, at some point in time, resentment's going to build in.
Yes. And it's going to be miserable.
Because of you, baby, and blah, blah, blah. And see how you got me moving, baby. Baby, look. Like,
it's the baby for me.
Yeah. I know, like, why you acting? Like, the heck?
I'm just saying.
Not a baby.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think you know what to do.
You know what to do.
You said it yourself. You don't think you can be with someone who's not ambitious because you seem like quite an ambitious person. And if that's the case, then unfortunately you got to keep it moving because you also don't want to be with someone that's going to stunt your growth and is going to make you feel bad for being ambitious. Like, it's better to have someone kind of on the same wavelength as you, so there's a level of understanding.
Equally yoked.
Because the same with him, you don't understand his quote unquote lack of ambition, but to him it's fine. Whereas he could end up being with someone who's also on that same wavelength and they're content and it works. So
that's tea.
Yeah, like, I think you know what to do. You're young as well, but the crazy thing is also that he's 25, innit? Who's to say that he's not gonna? You lot are young. Like,
he's content now.
Yeah, who's to say that he won't, like, in 2 years' time, wake up and be like, do you know what? I want more for my life. I want better and thrive and get it. Like,
in that case, you would have done your due diligence as the fluffer.
Because what I was gonna say, that's the danger though. Her risking her 2 years in the hope of that.
That's the thing, but he might not.
But you know what?
So you have to make that decision and be okay with it though, because for me, it's like, I'm okay being a fluffer. I've been a fluffer in life. We all have, and we all will at some point, right? You're gonna fluff a man or a woman for the next person that comes along.
I'm fluffed out.
What?
So
no more fluffing.
No, so like if you're not that person for him, then and he finds that person, then it wasn't meant to be.
Because you know what I think as well? I feel like, I don't think let's say he is going to become more ambitious, he's not going to while he's with her. Because while she's with him, for the next 2 years, he's going to be bringing it up, nagging him, she's going to be doing. But I feel like if they break up, we don't know what experience he's going to have. We don't know. He might, he might meet, not someone romantically, but might meet someone at work or be inspired or see something. But for as long as you're going to be in his ear, talking about you should be more ambitious, you should want more, he's not going to.
You know what she could do,
though?
She could bring him to, I don't know, a couple events around a couple people that are like ambitious or successful and see if that kind of clicks, makes a spark. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, that's...
I think, you can try that before you break up with him.
Yeah, so, it's an angle.
Yeah, actually,
Doesn't mean it's going to work, but...
Yeah, try that. I think, try that before you break up with him. But I also think as well, though, like, he could be someone who becomes ambitious, successful, whatever, and if you're still single, he will come back to you. If it's honestly meant to be, he will come back. Love will come back if it's meant to be yours. So good luck, sis, but yeah. That's that. If you've got any more dilemmas that you would like to send, the number is 075 6484 1073. If you're more of an email type of person, the email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, so our last headlines. Trigger warning here. And the body of a 19-year-old Guinean man killed during a roadside checkpoint. What happened?
Sorry, is it Guinean?
Yeah, not Ghanaian, Guinean. He's from Guinea.
Oh, shame. I thought it's because, you know, I laughed. I'm shy.
So silly.
I'm shy. Do you know what? It's because that's
Well,
how
he was acting up for the
that's
crowd.
how Sid says Ghanaian.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you heard him say that before.
Yeah,
Guinea,
yeah.
like that's what I thought you were being.
Nah.
I'm shy. Sorry, man.
Guinean, man.
That's so
That's
funny.
crazy.
Yeah, man. So this man, he was killed during a roadside checkpoint on the 14th of June in southwest France. And basically...
That's when they started the riots, right?
No, this was before.
Oh, no, I mean, because of...
Oh, it's stuff like
This,
this.
yeah.
Exactly,
The French don't play.
Yeah, I rated them for that, man. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. So his body was basically received in Conakry, Guinea, on Wednesday evening by his family and authorities who called for justice to be done. So the Foreign Affairs Minister, on obviously his arrival at the airport, said, it is with great emotion that we received the body of young Al-Hussein. The head of state has promised that the body would be brought back here to Guinea for a dignified burial, which has been done by the grace of God. The conditions in which he died will be clarified. Guinea wants the justice system in France to do its utmost to elucidate the conditions in which he died. And the father of the young man killed, Fode Camara, thanked the authorities for standing by the family. Next headline.
Didn't the authorities do it? The authorities did it.
Yeah.
So they were saying what did he do? They shot him in the head because he didn't pull over or something.
In the head?
Something crazy. Yeah, something crazy.
They didn't just stop. Anyway, whatever.
Ridiculous. But I think he's talking about the authorities in his country in helping.
100%.
Yeah. So next headline: conservationists fear avian flu has damaged the breeding success of white-tailed sea eagles, which is the UK's largest bird of prey. So Nature Scott said that new analysis suggested the proportion of eagles rearing young in Scotland had dropped from 67% in 2021 to 45% last year. The public agency said it was suspected that the raptors had caught or scavenged on birds infected with the virus. It said that the golden eagle, another large bird of prey, was also suffering, and the proportion of golden eagle pairs rearing young was found to have declined from 48% in 2021 down to 28%. Last headline is, tell me what you girls will think about this, yeah, if someone gave you this. A minuscule handbag. Yeah, if someone gave it to you.
That's a minuscule. like,
yeah.
Super small.
I'll take it. That's what the girls are wearing.
What,
these days.
Lego size?
I mean,
It's
don't you
even
think?
smaller.
No, I don't think you lot are deep in what you're talking about. You're talking about a microscopic bag.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fashion girls.
For what? What do you do? You carry around like
Fashion
this?
girls. It's just fashion.
You carry around like that?
like a key
I
ring.
post like a picture.
Even smaller. So basically, a minuscule handbag measuring just 657 by 222 by 700 microns.
That is small.
Right? Basically less than 0.03 inches wide.
Can your finger even hold it?
Can't
Like
put
this? It
nothing
can't.
No.
No, it's like
it would just be...
I think that's so
Like a
lit
crumb.
though. Because I would think like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be worth so much one day. And literally I'm
Basically.
staring at my bag like that.
How much
Basically,
is it worth, please?
well, it sold for over $63,000
You could have got more.
on Wednesday.
You could have got more. You
What,
should've
what
got
brand is
There's
it?
more out there though, right?
it's the same brand that made those big red boots.
Boots. Oh, is
Oh,
it?
no way.
What's it called? Mischief or something?
Uh,
Something, I can't remember.
You ain't
Yes,
rocking with the
mischief.
boots?
Yeah.
No one's rocking with the boots?
I'm surprised I didn't see you in them.
No. There's some things you have to say no to.
Okay.
So it's barely visible to the human eye, right? But it's fluorescent yellowish green, right? And it's based on the popular Louis Vuitton design. So dubbing it the diminutive creation, the microscopic handbag. The Brooklyn-based group, Mischief, claims the bag is narrow enough to pass through the eye of a needle and is smaller than a grain of sea salt.
What's the point?
I know.
Because they're just trying to push the, you know what I mean, the boundaries in that, you know what I mean? Yeah, so the object was made using two-photon polymerization, which is a manufacturing technology used to 3D print micro-scale plastic parts. It was sold alongside a microscope, equipped with a digital display through which the bag can be viewed. So the whole damn time I was just looking through my scope trying to do this. And the promotional photo shows the design in great detail, which reveals the LV monogram on it as well. The bag appears to be based on the French label's on-the-go tote, which currently retails at full price for between $3,100 and $4,300. That's it for the headlines, man.
Right, let's get into our reaction.
All right, let's make it quick. Rich, as the only Man United fan in the room. So Man United have agreed a deal for Mason Mount.
Have they?
From Chelsea.
Was that today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah?
Yesterday. 60 million. 60 million. So signed, sort and delivered, man.
I'll take him, yeah, but like 60 mil and he's got 1 year left.
Yeah.
On his, come on, man.
That's like Arsenal and Rice, though. Rice had 1 year left and we paid 105.
No, he's got 2 years.
Is it two? I thought
That's
I was
what
two.
he's got
Okay,
two.
my bad.
Do you know what I mean? But even then, look at Harry Kane. Brian offered 60 mil. They're like, no.
That was 70.
Was it 70?
Yeah.
Even that, though, that's...
Yeah, but Kane's not getting buying, so that's just knock it off.
They supposedly they got a deal agreed in principle. Like, and,
Who? Kane and buying?
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about like the club. And
Yeah, you're talking about Kane and buying.
Yeah, like personal terms and all that.
Okay.
But still,
Yeah, Mount, are you happy?
I'll take him. We lackluster of transfers going on at United. We need to get about 5 men out.
But does Mount improve your team?
He's better. I think he's a good squad player, 100%.
So you see him coming in as a squad player as opposed to a starter?
Nah, but I think he'll start. But then you look at, I think they were saying, who did you say? Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount.
Are you playing him? Are you playing him midfield? Or are you playing him attacking?
Playing midfield.
Where on the right side?
Yeah, because they're not keeping Sabitzer. They're saying McTominay is going to go.
Yeah.
There's a chance Fred's going to go.
Okay.
There's a few man that's going to go. I reckon they'll raise. They're saying even Sancho might go.
Okay.
He's not a 10 hard player.
Yeah. All right. So as presently constructed, what's your in terms of your midfield? What's your? I'm assuming you're going with a 3.
Yeah.
What's your 3?
Bruno, Casemiro, Mount.
Bruno, Casemiro.
Yeah. Eriksen can come off
Mount.
the bench. Like Eriksen ain't got the legs no more. Baller, but he ain't got the legs no more. So.
Okay.
And I still, really and truly, I don't know why we didn't go for Maddison.
Yeah, he's gone Spurs.
40 mil.
He's gone Spurs. Brent, what's your thoughts on Mount going to United?
I think it serves them right.
It serves them right.
Serves them right.
What do you mean serves them right?
What do you mean? Explain, please. This guy's just smiling. Help! Let me understand, please.
I don't think that you guys actually are inspired by this particular signing, especially.
No, it's just one more take. Like as I said, there's nothing really going on at United in terms of transfers. The whole takeover of the club hasn't happened yet, so it's like the Glazers are moving like they don't really want to spend money, but then you want to spend 60 mil on Mount, 40 mil on Mount. Cool, no problem. 40 mil on Maddison, that's a bargain. That's like he brings goals and assists. Why is no one like these guys should be queuing up to get Maddison? No problem. Mount wants to get out of there. All right, we'll take him. Like I know he can play. He's got an engine. Never gonna get no trouble in the dressing room. Champions League winner. So we need more. We need more than that though. That's not okay. If you see like Arsenal, you've gone and got Rice.
Yeah.
You're trying to get closer to City.
Yeah.
I don't believe Mount is gonna make us like get closer to
Arsenal.
second or.
Yeah.
Say again. We said you'd be lucky if you finish second next season.
Oh, knock it off.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Okay, remember you said you
Yeah,
can clip
I
this,
remember.
you know. Remember you said this.
Knock it off.
You said knock it off. All right, we'll see.
Okay.
This time next year we'll see what happens.
Speaking of Arsenal as well, we have agreed a deal to sign Jurian Timber
Timber.
from Ajax.
I'm surprised that did that.
That's medicals coming out. It's done.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that one because
Why?
at one point I remember Ten Hag wanted them last season, and then Liverpool wanted them, and I thought he might end up at Liverpool because the whole Van Dijk and Gakpo
the Dutch
Dutch guys
connection.
going there, and now all of a sudden it's gone to you guys. So look, you guys finishing second Champions League football.
Yeah.
It's,
And don't get me wrong, Arteta's is a big reason why these players are coming. You know,
Do you reckon?
Yeah, of
Arteta?
course. Yes, I'm not talking about.
bro, you know he's how much he's
Listen,
won 2.
I'm
what?
not talking about his time as a manager. I'm talking about what he's telling the players, his delivery.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like Arteta's got a big pool.
I think he has got a big pool. I think he has. I think the players believe in his project. They believe in his plans, what he wants to do. And I believe, listen, it's been what? How many days of this transfer window? And we've already,
the European one's not even open yet.
We've already got 3 players already.
So wait. So where do you see Havertz fitting in?
Apparent from Arteta had an interview yesterday, and he said that he's going to strengthen our midfield.
Really? So
These
at 8?
These are Arteta's words. He's going to strengthen our midfield. So
crazy.
It's looking like right now it might be Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz as our starting.
But you want really and shit because Partey might leave, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping Partey stays and it's Rice. Imagine Rice. Obviously, it depends on who we're playing or whatever.
I can't believe Partey's gonna go.
Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. Rice.
I
Odegaard,
can't see you
Havertz.
having Rice holding out. I feel like because obviously they're saying that Xhaka might leave as well, right?
Well, he's leaving. He's leaving.
Yeah, I thought Rice would be going over there to do the box-to-box thing.
I think he can. Remember?
No, he definitely can, but do you need someone holding for him to do that?
I think it depends who else is playing with him, innit? If it's him and Partey and Odegaard, then he can do more running and more carrying. But if it's him, Havertz, and Odegaard, it's a different system. Yeah, it'll be holding.
105 mil. That's the good thing is he's Prem proven, so he should hit the ground running.
Hopefully,
you know I mean, and then some.
Hopefully,
really and truly. Obviously, at West Ham he's restricted, so
yeah. But yeah, man, I know we're all pressed for time, so let's head to the outro. Up to the
by looking at you, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you did look suspicious there.
Forgive me. Next time I'll put on glasses and a hat or something.
This is why Brent was getting on to you. I stand with Brent.
You can stand with Brent all you want.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to a lovely show, as always. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that great stuff. Follow us on our social media platforms as well, the day after TNB. If you would like to send your dilemmas in, the number is 075 64841073. You can send it by text, WhatsApp, send a voice note, or by email as well, tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. If you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email the team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. See you guys on Monday.
Tickets. Yeah.
Sorry.
Tickets.
Yes, if you haven't got tickets were sent to you, and she never called in.
No, for the new ones. The subscribe and on all the social medias.
Oh, this
again.
Isn't the show? Sorry, I'm so confused.
That's okay. Just hand it over to mine, and he seems to know what.
Oh, is it? Well, I buy a thing in it.
It's very confusing what you're saying.
Okay, my
because
mistake.
they were supposed to call in and we finished the show. So what are you asking him to
was that part of his role? Okay, my mistake. Okay, I thought it was
if
just.
you WhatsApp, then you get it that way. But yeah, I definitely said to call in. But
okay, pardon me, guys.
Yeah, if you WhatsApp, then your tickets will be sent to you anyway if you've got the tickets. But see you Monday.
Peace.
Peace.